We are starting episode 4 today of our game Into Darkness, of our game Into the Abyss. And to begin with, I would actually like Kim to tell us a little story about how these archdevils come from Avernus and into the Underdark.
Sure. Let us go a few years back. A few years ago, Tyrell led a war band of elves down the ancient halls of an dwarven temple. He and the band believed they were going to free the dwarves, save them, but actually the wizard have messed with their minds and let them see dwarves as monsters. So they actually slay a lot of dwarves in their way through the halls, and the elves died to traps and to the defenders, and well, they fought their way through the halls, and Tyrell always in the lead because after all he is the chosen leader of the warband, and he always lead by example. So first in line, fighting with the strongest opponent, and well, a fearsome warrior. In the end, most of the primary squad was killed, and just a few of them came to a iron-forged heavy door, unable to read the dwarven runes. They didn't see the warning and well break through, and by that they actually activated some other traps that killed the last of his men, and Tyrell was surrounded in darkness, even though he could see in normal dark with his dark vision, but it was blocked. But he slowly takes the first few steps into the room, and like walking through a waterfall, it run cold down his spine. But he passed through the darkness and entered a room filled with treasures, ancient armors, coins, tomes, but two things catch his eye: a heavy mace and a gemstone on the size of a fist, blood red and black crystal. Then he hears a voice inside his head, tempting him, thrilling him to walk closer, to pick up the wand. Tyrell tried to resist, but the temptation slowly convinced him, and he walked closer and closer until he touched the wand. Or the mace, actually. The next thing that happens is a light exploding. Everything blinded him for the first second, and the whole room starts to rumble, and the ceilings start to fall down, blocking the door. Trapped inside this room, wounded by the explosion, weakened by the effect that had actually happened, because the wand was actually an archdevil who had chosen to possess Tyrell, taking control over his body. But the problem was that the archdevil, fearful, strong, and Tyrell, even though elven blood, still a mortal body, and the mortal body couldn't keep this power inside, draining his life energy. But they both were trapped inside the cave. The archdevil and Tyrell start to debate about how to escape from this cave. Who take control of the body? And in the end, they found an agreement because the Archdevil wanted to return to the world, and Tyrell wanted to get his body back and get out of this. But the problem was the gemstone had been parted into 5 parts in the explosion and teleported out of the room. And the reason why the whole cave-in was because there was placed an anti-magic field around this to trap the Archdevil inside. And Tyrell, by touching the mace, had broken this ceiling and let the Archdevil partly escape. But for the Archdevil to be able to return to his body, they needed to bring back the zone and complete it. So through sacrificing of the souls of the rest of the warband, the Archdevil drained the last and teleported them outside of the cave. And the new quest for Tyrell was within a year to find and restore this gemstone and bring the Archdevil back to the Underdark.
Yeah. And the reason I wanted Tyrell to tell a little bit about his character's background is because you are playing a game where you are supporting a Duke from Avernus and his Angels of Death, these Archdevils from Avernus. Together you form the Syndicate, an alliance of Underdark creatures, bugbears, tieflings, kobolds, Genasi, undead, even some elven defectors. And you each play an important role within the Syndicate. Such an important role that the Grandsire Alduin Arkane, the Duke of Avernus, gathers you and sends you on a quest to find one of these blood red and black crystal gemstones. Because Tyrell's quest was completed and he released Nero the Bloodlord. But there's another Archdevil that is missing, one called Dante. And therefore, you, as the representatives of the Syndicate, are gathered and sent to the underground trading outpost of Mantol-Derith, west of the Dark Lake, to retrieve this gemstone and release Dante. And before we begin, I would like each of you to describe your character. Describe what your character looks like, your character's personality, your character's rank within the Syndicate or position within the Syndicate, and you'll have each a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes to do so. So if we start with Tyrell and then go backwards.
Sure. Well, Tyrell is a wood elven knight, noble of born, but cursed in a way, clad in his black dark armor, and warlock with a pact to the fiends, actually Archdevil, and a loyal follower of the Bloodlord.
And then we have Torpo.
I'm a kobold, which is not at all look kind of like a lizard thingy, walks on 2 legs with a what it's called, the rope thing, the common clothes,
Priestly garments, a robe, priestly robes.
Yeah, priestly robes. Around him, and is the Keeper of Flame, also known as the leader of the kobolds, under the dragon.
And then we have Terra.
I'm a elven blade singer who like to dance in combat, and I like to use my voice a lot. I like to speak with my friend Harmony. That is my ticket into this party. That I'm her friend. I'm very friendly, and I like to wear pretty dresses.
And then we have Harmony, her friend.
Harmony is a water genasi. She's very young looking and also very fond of dresses and running around and being happy and cheerful. She's been around for quite a while, and she's the ambassador for Daedalot. And right now she's traveling with this party, but she's been doing other stuff in the past as well.
Yeah, her stat says she's 17. She looks 17. Her true age is unknown.
Okay. And it's impolite to ask.
Mm. And then we have Garn. Oh, sorry, 2 seconds. And then we have Garn.
Garn is a bugbear druid who looks more like a beast than a man. Spends most of his time in shape-shifting form if he can. He's the chieftain of the bugbears, and that's why he's in this alliance. Yeah.
And the 5 of you travel to Mantol-Derith. And if you're curious as to how a journey through the Underdark unfolds, then you can watch episode 3, Into Darkness, which covers a journey through the Underdark. So we will skip a little ahead and arrive to Mantol-Derith with the whole company or caravan. So if I can get an overview of what kind of forces you're traveling. Are you traveling only you 5, or do you have some cohorts and followers, or do you have like guards, wagons, mounts, an army? What do you bring with you?
Can I have a unicorn?
If you spend your next downtime on it, we'll be happy to look into it. But not for this adventure here.
Oh, man.
But I'll write it down.
I ride on my giant spider.
Yes.
That's it.
And Tyrell on his giant lizard.
Yes.
And Garn as a giant spider.
No, Garn is taking Igrim, his advisor, and 2 guards, both druids. And we will be giant lizards this time.
Okay.
I thought I was the only lizard in this party, but I'm
Not
apparently not.
anymore.
You
No,
got me
we-
inspired.
We have the small ones and we have the large ones. I guess.
The small ones are cutest.
And Igrim will be riding on one of the other bugbear druids. So he's not having a mount.
And Harmony and Terra are walking together and on foot.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can't have a unicorn, then fine.
I want to be sure we have enough food for our journey.
Yeah.
And we're skipping the travel, so food
I
is
just
not
want
an
to be
issue.
sure.
Yeah.
Because I remember that hungry
man.
time, you know, at the moment I was very hungry, I was almost drinking the mud.
I can't remember anything about that.
So, yeah, not that again.
I wasn't here, so don't ask me.
What about the kobolds?
No, we ate you.
I just show you my boots, you can see this? And my skirt is like cut off, and just...
Yeah, what about us?
Do you travel alone on your mount, or do
Yeah.
you have?
This time I do.
Because you don't trust the other ones anymore.
I do, but they do other things in the camp.
And
had
what
a
about
In our
Tyrell?
city, or what it's called.
Well, it's just me this time.
All right, so for once you're not that many. You are 7. Well, 8. Well, 2 of them are actually shapeshifted into the bugbear mounts. So you're not that many. Who leads the way?
Oh.
Is it the bugbears or is it Tyrrell who leads the way to Mantol-Derith?
You want to fight about it?
Not at all. You lead the way and I kill you behind.
No, I was exactly like, you lead the way.
No.
I'll
Go
stay
ahead, go
behind.
I'm smallest, I'm cutest. You go first.
Okay, the smallest first.
We'll use the bit from episode 3 where we ran through a journey and where the bugbears usually scouted ahead and usually went hunting and
Fine,
we're
we'll do
usually
that.
up front.
No
it's the
need in
bugbears-
changing what works.
Yeah, it's the bugbears that leads you to Mantol-Derith. And they
Actual say today.
you travel
how-
along the Dark Lake. The Dark Lake is this huge underground sea. And as you reach the western edge, you arrive to Mantol-Derith, which is a trading outpost built into like a column, a humongous column on the edge of the Dark Lake, where you can see crystals glowing through the cracks, like windows and lights in the night.
How many days are we traveling?
We're skipping the whole travel, but
Okay,
the
it's
travel
just on
takes
the way. Can I
Yeah.
do something just for fun on the way there?
Probably not, because that's not part of this adventure. But what do you
It's
want
just
to
for fun. It's just, and on the first day when we take off, I just want to cast seeming on everyone, just so everyone have a nice dress when we travel the first day. Everyone is in
Yeah.
a blue dress,
Yeah.
Giant lizards in
in a
dress.
Yep.
dress
do? Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
with sparkles, you know.
It's a mount barding. You know, like the knights
Oh
have.
god.
You are royalty. I mean, you should
Yeah.
even adorn your mounts.
Eh,
But I
No.
am the mount.
Even more important to adorn it. Than,
No.
I
No
think
dresses
it's
for my
crazy.
mount and no dresses for me at all.
he wants to look like the Wild Hunt from The Witcher. From, and of course he doesn't say so.
Sorry.
From
No dreaming for the other elf.
Wrong
Ascending.
button.
here we go. It takes a little over 3 weeks to reach
Okay.
Mantol-Derith.
Cool. Let's go.
And the bugbears are up front and lead you to a passage, a tunnel, behind the great column. And at the end of this this tunnel, this
Light.
subterranean rift with a rough-hewn path carved into one of the walls. The entrance, the passage ends at a wall. What do you do?
Go left.
Can I
You
do a
on-
quick?
The northwestern side of Mantol-Derith. Yes,
Okay, I
you
just
may
wanted to.
to. Yes, Tara, you may.
I would like to start casting Detect Magic. Just tell how many that I'm doing that.
Yeah.
See if something magical is up.
Yes, there is something very magical.
Ooh.
How much information do you get from Detect Magic?
I can link it.
All of it.
All of it.
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible object or creature in that area that bears magic. You learn in School of Magic if any spell can penetrate most barriers but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch
Alright.
of middle.
Where the passage ends, it is clear to you that there is a secret passage which seems to be protected with transmutation magic.
Alright, and I would know that as some kind of lock, like divination locked, arcane lock ish.
Do an Arcana check.
Okay. I 9.
Sure.
Okay. My character would anyway just try to cast knock on it.
Alright.
Just
Does anyone
Slide my-
else do anything while the elves are playing around with magic?
He spent a long time casting magic.
It does take 10 minutes to cast detect magic. I assume you
Yeah.
do it as a ritual.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do have time to do other stuff.
So I will start cast detect magic without using a ritual, but just cast back because I can. So that's much more fun.
Garen wants to know if anybody talks. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Talks
But
what language?
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Then it's hard.
Then it's hard to say if you can speak. I can speak every language I don't know.
Oh, that's a problem. I should have figured that out before we started.
Comprehend languages.
We are standing in front of a wall. Is there something on top of the wall?
What did it start with?
You are. It's the edge of the this cliff, underground cliff. Well, rift.
Type it somewhere.
Yeah, I am, and I'm making my advisor say it because I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Your
Rift
advisor
nip.
has no idea how to say it.
Snip, snuff.
Okay.
That language, I wanna use
Mm.
comprehend language on it.
Discipline.
Comprehend language on.
But there's
On
an
that-
R. Swear.
On that language. On that Rango said. Say it again, Rango.
I believe that you can only cast comprehend language on a language that you have heard or that you read.
Can I take a try at it? Does
Yes, you can.
Yeah, any spoken language you hear.
Yeah, you need to hear the language or read the language. And This
Yeah.
is not a language
Okay.
that you can that you hear or read. She just mentions. Does anybody speak this language?
Sure. Hello.
But
Every word
yes,
on that language.
Harmony is able
I
to
can't
speak.
pronounce the language, but I sure speak it. Yes.
Yes, I know.
Okay,
every
then,
word.
then Garen would like to talk with Harmony in private.
Yeah.
So we step away from the others. And if you try to walk up to this wall and say darkness in this language, what happened?
Okay, let's try that.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll make sure that nobody else hears that.
Yeah. And
Alright.
I'm gonna be all stealthy about it.
All right.
So what happens? I'm of course pretending like I'm doing so much more, with the arms and being all abracadabra, and then see what happens.
Yeah, this is while Tara
I'm a
is,
bard, I perform.
Tara
I'm still
has
doing my ritual.
you finished your ritual and you're now investigating. You're using your action to look into what kind of magic is on this wall. And as you do that, you see Harmony is also trying to emulate some of your movements and your verbal incantations.
Well, maybe we just had to knock on the wall.
But as Harmony, she invokes whatever magic she is. Tara, do another Arcana check.
Me?
Yeah,
11.
that's really bad Arcana checks.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever Harmony's spell is, it works better
You
than
sure as hell
than
never
your-
seen it before.
So maybe it makes sense because I don't understand the magic she's doing.
Yeah.
But it works like your knock spell, and this
Do I cast
stone
my knock spell?
door, which is camouflaged into the wall, opens up, leading into another tunnel beyond.
Voila.
Let's go.
I would like to know so the bugbears go first, are in front, is that correct?
The two guards do with Egrim on the back of one of them. Garen stands back.
And then followed by Garn, behind them.
So it's like a big
Yeah.
black tunnel we're looking into.
Yes.
So it's very
it-
tempting to yell, hello. Oh.
Yes, and it is a tunnel, but it's not straight. It is carved out. It winds right and left, and it's very uneven.
Well, you're all safe because Tyrrell got you 6.
And there is a pretty good echo. All right. What about Torpo, Terra, and Harmony?
Well, I don't mind skipping inside, being all giggly because it's all bouncy and echoey, so that's fine.
I guess I'm running around giggling with the harmony.
Yeah.
And then just the echo is just going nuts.
The
I need
tunnel
my
is-
echo. I needed my echo on the mic now. Hello.
The tunnel is pretty large. I mean, it is large enough for whole wagons to pass through.
So my spider can fit.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, the Harmony and Terra could be dancing around you as you're traveling in, with Tyrrell taking care of your 6 and the Bugbears taking care of your.
Are there any suspicious things on the floor?
Do a perception check.
Like a walking on bones here, crunch.
We could laugh
Perception.
anyway.
Yeah,
Natural 20.
it's a 22.
There's a lot of
29.
markings from what appears to be wagons and a variety of creatures, both small and large. This is clearly a very used passage. And down the passage, at one point, the passage reaches a kind of a break-off. It continues straight, but there's another tunnel that goes left. The one straight goes
That's
a
what I
little
said, we
down,
should
and
go
the one
left.
left goes up.
Anyone knows where we're going?
Can I get the last part where the tunnels went again?
The left one has an upwards incline, while the straight one has a downwards incline.
You like up and downwards inclines?
Okay, last time we went up.
No. Last time we went down, and that almost went horribly long.
Okay, so let's go up this time. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
But we survived.
Yeah,
You
but
weren't there.
We don't know if we would have survived the other way.
True.
Let's go back and find. Oh, okay.
What? You weren't even there, so what? Sure,
So
you can
up
go
and-
back there.
Up or down?
Up.
Does
And
anyone
Mathieu is
have a
moving while I
map?
do this.
But up is towards the surface, Bad idea.
Yeah, down.
Where are we even heading?
Yeah, where are we going?
Down.
Can you
Up.
just search for tracks or something?
Let us
Like,
go up a
no,
little, not
what
down a
is
little.
our destination?
Yeah.
Like find the path of least resistance to see where the most people went?
Okay, so as a water genasi, I guess I'm good at finding the path with least resistance, because water, no. Anyway.
And that is down.
So I walk up.
But no, like, do we have an idea? Like, is it?
No.
Do my detect
Survival
magic
check?
still goes on, Yusi?
I don't know. Does it?
10 minutes? Is it gone 10 minutes?
10 minutes. What's 10 minutes? That's 100 rounds. Yeah, your detect magic. Well, both Tyrrell and Terra detects yet another protected secret door on the right side.
So let's go right then.
Like invisible wall.
It's again transmutation. It's not illusion.
Okay.
So maybe Harmony just can open that door.
So yeah, maybe I can do all my magic tricks and see if it works.
Go get it, girl.
On which door?
The one to the right?
The one to the right?
Yes. To the right, to the right.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I just push you. Go.
It's usually to the left, but this time it's to the right,
Yeah.
to the right.
So let's try that again and see if it works.
Everything is right when we run to the right. Or something.
The DM is looking very like he does not care if we survive or not. He's just reading the book,
Just
letting
do
the
stuff.
party kill themselves.
Say your magic words.
Garn is walking up to the right as the party demands, and he's saying something in
Yeah.
infernal.
Yes. Works.
What do I know?
In
Whispering it like
in what language again?
infernal.
I understand that.
Okay. He is saying wealth. To those who understand.
I zoomed in the cam a little bit since I was quite far away from it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I don't understand Infernal.
go and do a stealth check.
And what do I say in Infernal?
Wealth. Stealth. Oh my god. Look here.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Not bad.
Well, what happened? 23.
Well, Harmony steps up to the wall and pushed by Terra, and she starts doing her magic,
Magic.
which opens the secret passage.
Sesame open.
So it's a perception to see if we see it's actually a natural 20 on perception. So
The
There's
door
no
opens.
time.
Are you trying to see if I'm doing magic?
What's inside? Can we see that?
A tunnel, a dark tunnel.
Well, we have dark vision.
Yes, but it's
Yeah.
still a dark tunnel. But yeah, you can see down the tunnel. But,
Hello. Oh.
I can see 120 feet. Does that see more? Stuff?
it's still winding, so you can't see 120 feet
Alright.
down the tunnel.
Okay. Should we go this way?
Yeah. It seems more fun to go this way because like secret.
Okay. Let's
Right?
go.
Bugbears first?
Yes. Same
Yes.
order.
Buckfast
Similar.
first.
As last year.
You travel through a tunnel that at some point even leads over a small kind of natural stone bridge over a running, I want to say river, but it's not that large. It's like 2 meters width in
A stream?
a stream. Thank you.
A stream. We're streaming. Ah.
Yes, there's a stream that
Yes.
goes from the left and passes under this natural stone bridge that you cross over, and the stream continues to the right as the tunnel leads you into a huge cave. Unfortunately, you can't see much of the cave because you are down a trench in this cave. You can see that there's a bridge as you come into the cave. There's a bridge over the trench that you're in, and the trench continues now in a straight path for the whole length of this very, very large cave. So you can't actually see the other end of it. The cave itself seems to be lit up by natural bioluminescent crystals. And there seems to be additional crystals which have been built into the trench and work as a kind of an elevator that are large enough to bring entire wagons from the trench and up into the cave proper. But as you may have noticed, there's no traffic, even though you are in a very trafficked area.
Heavily
Heavy-
traffic
yeah.
area.
There isn't any traffic. There aren't any people, and there aren't any sounds as such either.
So this might not be the right way.
So like,
We go back.
I mean, I'm personally all for turning around here. With like, who wants to get wet? Okay, who wants to cross all this water?
Meh.
You've gone.
I can crawl on the ceiling.
You've gone away from the water. There isn't water here.
What is here? Like just a
So
long
I'm
tunnel?
not afraid to drown.
You are in a very large cave where you can't look into the
That's
cave
the
because you're in a
oddest-
trench in the cave.
Water. I'm not that tall.
Who is the leader? Who wanna do stuff? No one.
Garn
I'll
is
take a step backwards.
turning back with his bugbears.
Yeah. I think that's
You turn back to the intersection.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
no. No, what do you mean no?
No, going back. No one leads. Make a secret door to nothing. So there have to be something here.
Well,
Just
you can
some water,
continue
just
down
some-
the trench. See what's at the end of it. You
Maybe-
could take
maybe
the elevator
yes.
up, or crawl up the edges if you'd prefer. You.
I crawl up the edges.
Or you can go
to
back.
see what's. I
Well,
sneak
I
up
can-
the edges.
Hey, let me start by asking, who goes back?
Garn and the bugbears.
And Terra?
I follow Harmony. I just convey with Harmony.
I don't know where we like. What's the end game here?
Were you not listening on the whole
survive.
introductory story?
Yeah, but like, do we go up? Do we go down? Like, where do we go?
Mm,
Nobody gave us a map.
nope.
We walk down to an elevator that goes
Yeah.
up. So either
Let's
way,
not
we are
take the
going up.
elevator.
Going
That's
up
too
either
obvious.
way, yeah.
So let us use the wall to get up.
Okay, let's
Let's spider climb.
crawl.
The bugbears start turning around, and as the bugbears are about to leave, Garn, you notice that the rest of the party decide to start crawling up
I'm
the
not
walls.
gonna miss out again. Garn is like, oh my god, okay, fair enough. I missed the fire beetles and the exploding
Yeah.
fungus. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna miss
Ooh,
out
yeah.
again.
Good story. Good story.
Does Terra have any means of crawling the walls?
No, but I have our regular way of battling that kind of stuff.
Athletics check.
No, it was actually a giant bat
Polymorph.
flying. Yeah.
Alright. So most of you have, well, one of you have a giant spider, the rest have giant lizards to crawl up the walls. Harmony has some kind of natural climbing abilities, and Terra transforms into a giant bat and flies up. You emerge up above the trench
Victorious. You emerge victorious.
into what appears to be a city built into this cave. The
Come on, it's like caves and rocks, right?
Mhm.
'Cause we built the city on rock and no, okay.
You are in the Underdark. Everything is rocks.
Well, you come up from this trench that bisects this enormous cavern where there's 10 meters up to the ceiling. And the cave seems to be supported by naturally formed stone columns that are spread out in the city that is built into the cave. You can see that there are these magical stone lampposts that burn these lights that reflect off of the crystals embedded in the walls and ceilings that illuminate a myriad of fountains, waterfalls, streams, pools, and other such things. This is what probably gave the light that you saw from the outside. You see water that drips from stalactites onto leather tarps covering clusters of merchant stalls to the west and east of the trench. The trench goes north-south. And beyond these marketplaces, you can see well-tended gardens of mold and fungi, crystal walkways and stone bridges. The tranquil beauty of Mantol-Derith, however, is suddenly undone by sounds of combat to the east, where you hear the thunderous boom of metal against stone as you see panicked swiftnoblins running from an 8-foot tall, that's a 3-meter tall dwarf Durgar.
Yay! Let's slay the goblin gnomes.
Okay, let's roll for initiative. Then we'll see if you do go for slaying the dwarf or
No, not the dwarf.
The giant dwarf.
the giant dwarf.
Nice.
14.
14,
24.
24,
Oh, nice.
16.
16.
12.
Well, actually, 17.
Alright. And Garn?
14.
Alright.
Do I need to roll for the bugbears as well?
No, they'll act on your turn. Terra is actually the first one to notice these this Durgar, giant Durgar, chasing these Swiftnoblins through this abandoned marketplace. What's Terra's plan?
How far away is this that I can see?
Why? What do you want to do?
I was thinking if
They are within 60 feet. They're within 20 meters.
okay, and I wanna. I'm still a bat, right? So I wanna fly down to Harmony, and I wanna try to scoop like in between, underneath her.
Mhm.
Just try to lift her from the ground,
Ooh.
and I want to fly so that I'm in a good position, just onto the left side of it. I
Yeah.
want it 30 feet to the left.
So as you notice the fighting go on, you swoop down, you grab this young water genasi and fly up over this chase going on between the Durgars and the Swiftnoblins to give a good overview to your Mountie.
So 30 feet up, 30 feet away from it.
Alright.
ish.
And what about Tyrrell? You see that Terra and Harmony go over to look at what's going on. What is your plan, Tyrrell?
My plan is to help the dwarf, of course.
Alright. So you want to blast the two Swiftnoblins?
No, I want to knock them out. Much more fun.
And how do you knock them out?
Well, I have to get some information from them. I use my want to just slap the gnome, spank the gnome, but without trying to actually kill it, but just knock it out.
Alright, you have disadvantage on your attack as you come crawling up on your giant lizard. You see what's going on. You charge towards Terra and Harmony. You're flying over, perceiving this giant dwarf hunting these two Swiftnoblins that suddenly get attacked from the side by this dark armored elf on a giant lizard that strikes out with disadvantage. Do your attacks.
Well, with disadvantage it will be 16.
That's good enough.
And there will be 11 points of damage.
It's not enough to knock out the Swiftnoblin. Do you have a secondary attack?
No, not yet.
Alright. And this swings a mace at one of the Swiftnoblins, but doesn't knock him out. So Tyrrell has decided to engage the Swiftnoblins and help the Durgars. What about Garn and the Bugbears?
We're just gonna stand back, see how many that the party's gonna take this hit. We don't really care.
Alright.
We're here, we can see it at least.
What about Harmony and Terra? Because Terra is acting as a mount, but what about Harmony? What is her plan?
Well, I'm not sure which side we're supposed to be on here. Can I use my new awesome spell, Eye Bite, on the big guy to put it asleep? So there's no fight?
Possibly.
Maybe?
Possibly.
Can I give it a try then?
No.
Um,
Magic sleep doesn't work on me. Sorry.
you're talking about casting it on the dwarf, correct?
Yeah, the big guy. Yeah.
The big guy.
Yeah. Because he's a dwarf, so it's more. Yeah.
Because
What's your spell DC?
Where it doesn't say
25.
that anywhere. It says they must succeed a wisdom save.
On your spell sheet
spell sheet.
on top, in the middle.
In the middle.
Yes.
If you go to the page where you have spells,
Yeah.
in the top of that on your character sheet.
Spell save DC.
What's your spell modifier?
Hold on. It normally just
Zero.
says.
Right.
Can't see that anywhere.
How much do you have
I
in
haven't
your
seen
spell
the
modifier?
dice.
Plus 4 or
16, I guess, because wizards
16, I think. Yeah.
So you have 15.
It was the last time.
Yeah, you have.
Normally it says what they must like succeed or something.
No, you just check
it's
your
total number.
sheet. 2 seconds.
So I guess it will be 16 because last time when you cast Vicious Mockery, it was 16.
Yeah.
Yes, on that
Does
sheet
it
where
say-
you have all your spells, at the top of that sheet it says
Yeah,
Harmony,
16.
Charisma, 16.
16.
8.
As I said like 3 times now.
We didn't hear it.
Nope. All right. Sure. The big one falls asleep.
Cool.
How does this? How does it work?
He falls unconscious and he wakes up if he takes damage or someone
No,
shakes
it's
him awake.
as you're flying around on Terra, you look down and your eyes become completely dark, like a bit like the
Like Enki.
Yeah, I'm thinking the what are they called? The blue aliens from Mass Effect, when their eyes
Yeah.
become dark and they peer into eternity, and the dwarf for a split second looks up at you, and then he just falls asleep. He falls unconscious and crashes into the ground, reverting to his normal size. All right. What about the kobold Torpo?
How
You
many
have
other
the
are
bugbears
there?
have decided to remain neutral. The elf and Genasi have decided to help the Swiftnoblins, and the dark elf has decided to help the Durgars. So what does Torpo do?
He crawls up the wall with his spider and hangs there until some good, if I can say that, are dead or need healing.
The Swiftnoblins are kind of blurry, and that's why you had disadvantage on your attack throw.
Yes. So
It's because you all kind of notice a third Swiftnoblin, who is hiding under the wreckage of a Zerkwood stall. Zerkwood is these fungi in the Underdark that you use as a replacement for tree. The other two kind of try to escape, and the third one is trying to hide but clearly has failed.
Escapade.
What do you do, Till?
well, I still try to knock the one out. After all.
Alright, you chase the two that are fleeing?
Yes.
Right. And what about Harmony and Terror? What are your plans?
Can I just look very quick down at the? Can I see the one who's trying to hide?
Yes.
I want to fly down there as fast as I can and just kind of let Harmony off and sort of go around it, so like corner it so it can't escape from us. The other Swiftniblen is hiding.
All right. Are you onto that plan, Harmony?
Yes.
I don't want it any harm, but I don't want it to let go, and I still want to be in the bat.
All right. Garn and Torpo, you staying back a little bit, and you see that Tyrrell is continuing to chase the two Swiftniblins. And it seems like the large Duergar just suddenly collapses, and followed by this giant bat that comes flying down and lets Harmony off at this third Swiftniblin who is hiding at a stall. Is there anything you two want to do, or are you still going to stand back?
I'm gonna send the unmount druid lizard with Tyrrell, and I'm gonna ask Egram to jump off the other one and send that up to the kobold so he's not alone. Because he didn't bring any guards. And you never know.
What does the kobold do?
He's just gonna hang out.
Tyrrell, do your attack with disadvantage.
24.
Alright, and damage?
14.
You knock out the Swiftniblin, while the second one is still trying to escape. Which way does he run? He runs... Okay, he runs that way. Harmony.
Yes.
You and Tara have surrounded the hiding Swiftniblin. He's
It's like if you're a goalkeeper.
he's a small man with a round head, flat pointy ears, this grayish skin. He's completely bald, has these long black eyebrows. He has a pale leather bag tucked under one arm. He looks quite scared as you surround him.
Yeah. I think I want to try to calm him down and ask what's going on here. Like, be my charming self, you know? He's gonna...
He goes, don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! They've all gone insane!
Of course we wouldn't hurt you.
I've only just recently arrived and everybody's just completely out of their minds. He looks at the giant spider.
Harmony can't
behind
help
him.
but make a weird, crazy laughter because, you know, she's a little...
She's completely out of her mind.
Yeah, she's batshit crazy. What do you mean insane?
We are normal, totally.
Like, where did you come from? You said you just arrived, and what do you mean everybody's insane?
Please.
He says the dwarves the Durgars they attacked any Swiftniblin in the area. They're trying to bash down the Swiftniblin enclave beyond the Fungi Park.
But we must save the Fungi Park.
Sounds fun.
I don't think there's much to do about it. I mean, there's just so many of them. It's pretty much all of the Durgars. No, I think we would need aid. We should if we go to the other side of the outpost, there are the humans and the tieflings that might be able to help us.
Okay, in my head, I just see the exclamation point, the yellow one, from, well, this is a quest, and we gotta pick it up. So, it was very quest-like. Yeah. the rest of the party. I don't know if they're participating or listening or whatever, but I'm gonna.
I'm not
Tell
there,
them
so
what-
I'm not listening.
You're gonna accept the group quest?
Tyrell,
No, but I want to see what they think. If we should investigate, if we should get help, because we should save the funky. Like you
Funky
said, there were
park?
like these nice gardens with funky, and it's a party.
Tyrell, you have knocked out one of the Swiftniblins, and the other one flees into this this fungi grove, which has been left to grow wild.
Amazing.
Oh no,
What do you want to do?
Well, I guess I just that son of bitch escape and pick the other up. Use my rope to bind him and bring him back to me.
So you all gather up, and you have captured a Durgar by getting him to sleep, so he's sleeping on the floor. You have captured a Swiftniblin by knocking him unconscious and bound him with rope. And you have captured another Swiftniblin by befriending him, I guess. The
captured
befriended
his heart.
Swiftniblin is kind of like looks over at Till, looks over at the Swiftniblin and goes, "Are you going to knock me out and tie me up as well?"
Only in your heart.
In my heart?
Maybe
No.
depends what you're going to say.
He says, "On Peebles?"
We like catch your emotions.
Why did you run away from the good dwarf?
I wasn't
Why
running,
is
I was
dwarf
hiding.
hiding? Why were you hiding?
Because the
From the
dwarves
dwarf.
have, because the Durgars have gone insane.
There's probably a reason for all things here. So why again?
I don't know why they've gone insane, but they started, all of a sudden they started attacking any Swiftniblin in the area. And the humans and the tieflings have retreated to their enclaves. And now the Durgars are trying to bash through the Swiftniblin doors into their enclave.
Well, guess we need to talk both with the Durgars and with the small people here.
They're just way too
Small.
many. I suggest we go to the humans or the tieflings and ask them for help.
Help.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
Durgars.
an entire force. I mean, we are, he looks around, not that many.
We're not
Oh.
trying to create a battle here, and we're trying to figure out what happened.
There is a battle going on, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, we have a Durgar now, so we can always try to talk with him before we start to make an alliance with.
Sure, go on, talk to him. But I'm telling you, we need the help of the humans or the tieflings to get anywhere. Anything else is too dangerous.
What battle are going on?
The Durgars have attacked the outpost.
The dwarves try to take over the control of the outpost, I guess.
No, they're not even trying to take control. They're just trying to kill any Swiftniblins in their path. They didn't attack any of the humans or
Let's
tieflings.
go to the human outpost.
The dwarves try to clear out the gnomes.
Yes.
I guess the dwarves have been a bit racist.
Any idea why they attacked you?
Because they are gnomes.
I don't know. I mean, this
Things are
outpost
going
is
insane.
known to have an enclave of Durgars, an enclave of Swiftniblins, an enclave of humans, and an enclave of tieflings. But they
Maybe
usually
they-
don't fight. I don't know why
Maybe
they
they-
started attacking.
Too annoying.
Let's
But-
just go.
but-
let's just go get the humans and the tieflings and go ask them politely.
Yeah, good idea. And to be fair, I have only also just arrived. I don't know the whole background.
Barnes
Does
suggests that we tie up the dwarf, like something for something, because if he's gonna rampage again, we're not gonna get him to talk.
Sure, let us tie him up anyway.
Can we?
But no reason to move before we had talked with him at least.
Okay, we can talk to him, but it's a good idea to have it under control in case he just goes bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas? No, he goes drawing berserker. Not the same.
All right, so you want to tie up. I hear several things. One is go to the humans and or the tieflings with peoples, as he's suggesting, and wake up the Durgar after tying him up and question him.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we should tie him up, question him, and then take it from there, because going to the human outpost seems like a good idea. But we might as well ask this guy first what's going on here. What you doing?
Can we question him on the way to the humans and Tiefling? Then we're doing both at the same time ish.
Sure, I'll allow that.
Okay.
So you tie up the Durgar and you wake him up and get him on his feet, and you start pulling him along while questioning him. Who's questioning him and who's leading the way over to the...
That depends how painful should it be for him.
Bugbear's leading.
Bugbear's leading with peoples.
Yeah, and the kobolds are the backside.
Alright, so Torko's in the back on his giant spider. And then you've got Harmony, Tyrrell, and Terra talking with the Durgar.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We need to get some answers from this.
If you want, you can hurt him a little. Says your wand. Hurting always ensures the right answers.
Let's first hurt someone and then hurt someone. No, it's a big part. No problem.
It's because I've added torture rules to our dear friend Tyrrell here.
Oh.
Of course, you can always neither a dwarf nor a gnome need both their ears. You can also always cut one of the ears.
Are you proficient in intimidation, Tyrrell?
Always.
I just want to say that you will never get the truth out of someone you hurt.
That's not true.
You can literally make someone say anything.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
So what is it you use to torture the dwarf?
The dwarf?
Let's see if he cooperates first.
That's not how
Just
torture
saying.
works.
He's literally sitting there. I will tell you anything. No. We haven't started yet. Just wait.
Well,
Gag him up so he can't tell the truth.
You have to feel the pain before you tell the truth.
yes.
Wait, what?
But I really want to tell it.
Okay, let me ask you another way. Tyrrell, do you want to hurt the dwarf?
Of course I want to hurt the dwarf.
Right. What do you use to hurt the dwarf with?
I guess it will be either a scalpel or needles. I'm not sure.
You did use needles on Torpo last time.
Yeah.
It's a
That
bit
worked.
unvented.
Why needles on me?
Because you were delirious and because you had been poisoned, so he was using needles to see if he could wake you up.
Now I'm mad at you.
You didn't know.
I was thinking more like we cast friend on him and see if he says anything we can use.
Good cop, bad cop. Alright,
Well,
do an
Harmony can be
intimidation
bad
check
as well.
with advantage.
Then it will be 26.
He dies from your intimidation.
I also just need to get a hang of these torture rules, just to see exactly how they are from 3rd edition, trying and convert it to 5th edition. So, alright.
I really need to get it.
Harmony, did you want to do a friend spell? You said.
Well, that's what the direction I would have started with. I'm just saying, like, if it doesn't talk well, I'm perfectly able to bleed someone. It's what I do. Just saying.
Can you roll
That's what I do.
Can you roll a persuasion check with advantage?
Hold on.
That's fun.
21.
Okay, so Tara, you're walking along with Harmony and Tyrrell, who are playing good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
And they are
We're not playing. I am nice.
Yeah, they are exceptionally good at it because they are not just playing on wolf. They are bad cop, good cop. Harmony's doing this super
Harmony is
friendly,
totally a bad
happy,
cop.
I'm so going to protect you. I'm your best friend, and she uses some magic to befriend him even more and so on. While Tyrrell is there torturing the guy, poking him, sticking needles in him, tightening the ropes, threatening him, and getting information out of the door guard.
The bad cop is beating him on one side, Harmony is healing on the other side.
But you can see Harmony's trying to stop Tyrrell. Tyrrell's trying to stop Harmony.
Oh no! If I was trying to stop him, I would just stop him. Okay.
I just want to mention
why
as we walk here that I can see into his past, but I want to see this go on for some while.
This is quite
He's
interesting.
having a bad day.
Yeah, and the door guard cracks very quickly. You've barely reached the bridge that goes over the trench before he completely spills everything he knows. He tells you that it's Yantha. It's Yantha. Yantha stole the gemstone from that merchant, and then she refused to return it.
Okay, this sounds very Infinity War-like. All of a sudden, I'm just saying.
We just took vengeance for her theft.
So the
And
gnome
who's this chick again?
Yantha is a gnome. Is a Swiftniblin.
I knew it. We couldn't trust the gnome.
It's a Swiftniblin mage. She's the leader of the Swiftniblins here, and she stole the gemstone from a Duergar merchant, and then she refused to return it.
Do you know where she is now?
Was that the one who got away?
No, that was a
I
man.
guess.
The one that
Oh,
got
no,
away.
They all look the same to us.
Just like you guys. Wait, what?
Guess you then have to ask the gnome about where she is. He probably knows. I guess.
You're asking some good
It probably
questions.
knows.
Good questions.
Either the friendly one or the tied up one. I don't care.
What would they reply? Who's where? What do they think? What do they know? The Peebles, who's walking up front and leading the way, just shrugs his shoulders. He says, "Yeah, I know Yantha is, but I don't know where she is. No, she's not one of those who escaped because that was someone else." But the Duergar says, "Oh, we captured Yantha, and we're trying to get her to return the gemstone."
Oh, then we just have to go to the Durgas then. Easy peasy.
Lemon.
People goes like, "No. We need some help from the humans and tieflings first. Then we can go to the Duergars and rescue Yantha."
Rescue her.
Re-
No, we have to punish a thief. Stealing is illegal, even in the Underdark.
Oh, but sticking needles and torturing people is just fine and dandy.
Yes.
No, this is a literally gray area, but come on.
That is just a tool of interrogation. Nothing wrong with that.
People thinks for a second and then agrees with you. Because and he explains this, Mantol-Derith has only very few laws.
That's true.
And of course,
That is
I
very
don't
few.
remember the laws. But
Okay,
you're not
so
allowed
there's
to
only,
steal.
like-
They have 3 laws. You're not allowed to steal is one of them. That much I remember. And the punishment for stealing is that they tie you up in chains and balls and then throw you into the dark lake.
That sounds like fun.
But due to this state of emergency in the outpost, then the laws are kind of null and void at the moment. But he explains this. He thinks and he agrees with Tyrrell. Goes like, yeah, she actually did steal. That is actually illegal. Yeah, she should be captured and punished. Why should the rest of us Swiftneblins be punished for her actions? But again, we can't go there without a substantial force from the humans and tieflings.
You just ask the dwarf if you are allowed in.
But the
We could
Durgars
try
have gone
knocking.
completely insane. The Durgar yells back at people. No, we haven't. Shut up. Stupid little-
We should
No.
release this Duergar as a matter of good faith.
Yeah.
Tell him to go back to his kind and tell him that we will try to manner.
Garn wants to know why this gemstone is so important, because he kept saying they needed to get it back.
Neither peoples nor the Durgar knows.
A gemstone is always important, and it just doesn't matter. As a thief, we need to punish a thief.
Yeah,
No.
but they want the gemstone back. Why do they want it back?
Yeah, does
It must mean
anyone know where it is?
something more.
Okay, so
Someone stole your thing. Don't you want it back?
So you're
This
in
guy
a
got
situation
sparked
where
by
you have
the
to
law.
choose whether you want to go to the Tieflings, to the humans, or the Durgars. As far as I understand, none of you want to go to the Swiftneblins anyway. So, how do you decide these kind of things in the syndicate? Or do you just split the party?
No.
Personally, I want to go to the Durgars.
Yeah, go to the root of the problem.
And surely, I bring the dome with me, not the free one,
I
but
just
the
want to say,
one
I don't think that's wise because we might not be able to, like, they are already at war in their mind. And just because we have already taken care of one, doesn't mean, like, we can talk everyone in the tribe down. We might need to get the gem before they calm down.
I'm not saying go
Yeah,
into
does
the
anyone
middle
know
of
where
everything,
the
just
gem is?
look, like, peek inside and be like, what's going on?
I'm going to
Peekaboo.
repeat my question a little more clearly. I wasn't actually asking what you wanted to decide. I was asking how do you make a decision in this party?
Vote?
Do you talk about it for half an hour and then find out what's going on? Do you vote? Do you have one leader to decide? Do you...
Talk about it.
Pick a
Argue
straw!
about it.
Wait, pick a kobold! Wait, what?
Alright.
Pick a stone!
Playing a kobold.
Alright, you get to talk about it then. It's your decision. So Garn and Tyrrell wants to go to the Durgars. Terra has her reservations. What about Torpo and Harmony?
Well, I don't think it's the best idea to just walk in there because there might be a lot of them and we are not that many. So I kind of think we should try to get the gem back.
Yeah, but does anyone know where the gem is?
Probably the gnome who stole it, but he is with the Durgars.
Yeah.
But sure, we can always talk to the Tieflings or the humans first if you want.
Is this outpost under the command of the Duke?
No, the outpost here, Mantol-Derith, is a neutral grounds. It's also why it's there's a mix of different races here.
But sure, let us visit the humans first. Easy to talk with.
But I don't
Yeah,
understand
humans
why
get
we should
fascinated
talk with
by
the
small
humans.
people.
I want to ask the Duergar if he think that we would be able to walk in there without provoking a fight. What would he think?
The Durgar says that if you let me go and stop putting needles in me, I can show you. I can lead you into the Durgar enclave without them attacking you.
I think we should.
Then we
Is
do
it
that.
true? Like, is he saying the truth? Like, does he believe that's true?
Roll an insight check.
Sure, he's telling you the truth.
But yeah,
27.
But then you can't use your insight for anything if you already think he knows that's true. Think that's true.
He's telling the truth. Yeah. You can get in and talk with the Duergar leaders.
What I mean is, if
without
he
them
thinks it's true, is like he doesn't control the other ones, but does he really believe he can do that, or is it? Yeah. So.
But it
yeah.
is also very
Good.
clear in the way that he explains this that without a Duergar, then you won't be able to get in there without having to fight your way in.
Yeah. So I think we should go and see what we can get out of that.
And just brush him off, you know. You have
Fine.
some-
You look nice. So pretty.
You want to untie him as well,
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
and you want to take out your needles.
Yeah.
Acupuncture.
The bugbear with no rider on it offers him to sit there for the ride. Like, sorry we did this, come relax your legs, something like that.
Alright, well, this Duergar is kind of freaked out by all of you. You're also a mix of races, and you just both tortured him, but also befriended him with both magic and nice
I
words,
didn't.
and now you're helping him. And, he's very confused, but he's happy he's alive and not dead. So he
Should we
leaves
do a
you,
little modified memory on him before we go in?
Sure. What do you want? What should his memory of the
no,
events
no.
be?
No, it's just for fun. Just sorry.
Rook is sleeping.
Go on.
He leads you back over the bridge, over the trench, and over to the other corner of the outpost, and to this fungal grove that is surrounded by a iron wrought fence, clearly made from the Duergars, who are skilled metal craftsmen. The Duergars have carved narrow aisles through the fungal grove, which contains, Harmony, you recognize a host of edible fungi, and some of these nightlight mushrooms. The nightlight mushrooms are bioluminescent and therefore illuminate the area of the grove. He leads you through this quite empty grove to a tunnel in the south wall that leads to a set of double stone doors. He dismounts and pushes open the stone double doors, which leads you into the Duergar enclave, the Duergar part of the outpost. Here, the ceiling is even higher than in the cave. The chamber, it is a chamber, but it's still with rough-hewn walls, so it's no longer a cave as such. And it's filled with merchants, Duergar merchants, who have these giant spiders as pack animals.
Cool.
They stare at you as you open, and as you walk into the enclave, you suddenly find that there are a number of Duergars out in the fungal grove, closing the door behind you. Duergars that you hadn't noticed before.
Oh.
It's a trap.
Just continue.
The Duergar that is leading you calms the other Duergars. That he says, "They're with me. They wish to speak with." Which are the two other leaders? They wish to speak with Flagonfist. And the Duergars murmurs something incomprehensible and let you all pass. Make your way to a stone building in the northeast corner of the enclave, where here you won't be able to take your mounts with you. You'll have to dismount. Well, Tyrrell and Torpo will have to dismount, and the bugbears will also have to change form if they wish to enter.
I guess we will then.
Well, I dismount and bring on my
Through what form do the bugbears change?
Bugbears.
bring my
Now they look like bugbears.
lovely
We
captured
just
with
bear
me.
stuff. Well, one of us looks like a complete bear, but no matter.
Okay, this is a little interesting. You enter the large stone building, which stands in the northeast corner of the enclave, and inside you see a pair of Duergars who are interrogating a Swiftniblin. Now, the strange thing is, the Swiftniblin is dressed in these gem-encrusted robes, hung upside down from the ceiling in ropes over a strange, medium-sized earth elemental kind of worm that is about to eat her if she's lowered too far down. And they, as you enter, you hear one of them goes, "We'll feed you to." Does it have a name? No. "We'll feed you to the Zorn if you don't tell us." And you see the other one kind of lowers the rope, and she goes like, "Ah, but I've already told you. I've already told you. It's over by the Tieflings. It's over by the Tieflings."
Man, we should have gone there.
Typical. You can never trust tieflings.
The dwarf suddenly turn around to look at you and goes like, "What do you want?" And the Duergar introduces you and goes like, "These people wish to help bring justice to Mantol-Derith, punish Yantha for her crimes, and recover the gemstone."
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, correct.
We're here to save the day. We are the good guys.
We didn't say anything about punishment.
Sure we did. Punish the thief.
That's what the Duergar understood. Might not be what you said or what you meant, but that's what he just conveyed. And they kind of tie the rope so she doesn't go further down. You see this, the Zorn, the earth elemental worm kind of creature, tries to jump up to eat her. It's clearly very hungry.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. And the dwarves walk over, introduces themselves. "I am Golder Flagonfist. I am Kringol Musgard."
Hi, I'm Harmony. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Harmony.
We're here
I
to
am-
help. I'm helpful like that.
I am Tyrrell Darkbane.
Nice to meet you, Tyrrell Darkbane.
Garn
Sure,
takes-
we're here to.
Nice to meet you, Garn.
This is my squad.
What?
We've been interrogating Yantha here about the location of the gemstone. And
Yes. And what have she told you so far?
she keeps on telling us that she never meant to steal the gemstone, that it's all the tieflings' fault, that they charmed her and forced her through magic to steal the gemstone and return it to... steal it from Kringol. He points over at the
And
other
give it
dwarf.
to the thieflings.
Yes.
Has she given up names of the chieflings?
Mm, she doesn't have any names. She says it's she was charmed by them. But we do know the leader of the tieflings.
Do you want me to try to find out magic? Yes, sir.
Sirak. What do you
How
mean?
how
Find out
long
by
ago
with
is it
magic?
that she stole it?
That's a good question.
Is it less than 24 hours?
I believe so.
Damn. Always because you have to take that break.
I believe.
No, I asked if it's less than 24.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, just so we're on the same page. Because I think that if you use modify memory, you can also use it to allow the target to recall an event with perfect clarity and details. So we could do that on her and see if she's actually telling the truth.
I can look back 1 week.
Oh, yeah, cool. If they
We can
want
find
out.
out if she's telling the truth or if she's lying. Without hurting her?
So you have two possibilities, two magical possibilities. One of them is using a memory modification spell. The other one is using a temporal spell.
Yeah, use the temple one. But like before we do it, maybe see if these guys will accept our
Yeah, sure. They'll,
judgment.
yeah,
on this
sure.
thing.
Yeah, they'll allow you to use some magic on Yantha to find out if she's telling the truth.
I want to start to try to cast the past seeing one. This ritual.
These spells are taken from 3rd edition, converted to 5th edition by another player who is not currently playing with us. You can see and hear into the past of the object or creature to a maximum of 1 week. You must know which moment to look for. Through it can be as vague as when you only the cast experiences visions, which include both sight and sound, but no other senses. All right, interesting.
So I want to look back to the point where she was charmed by the thief things.
So Terra starts casting some magic, and experiences Yantha's past. Yantha is in her shop. She is the leader of the Swift Noblins, but she's also a mage and a merchant. And she's currently appraising a jewel as a dwarf that you recognize as Scrimgol, one of the dwarves that are present here, enters the shop and asks her to appraise a beautiful jewel. It's a blood red and black crystal gemstone the size of a fist.
Would I know that gem as this one?
It is indeed the same gemstone as Kim
Was
described.
stolen?
Yeah. So it is the gemstone that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yantha praises the gemstone. She takes it and she looks at it. And as she appraises it, she explains to Crimcall that this gemstone is worthless. It doesn't seem to have any of the indications of being a precious stone as such.
Can I see if she's lying at that moment? Do I
Do
know
an
that?
insight check with disadvantage.
Alright, that's very bad.
Good luck.
15?
Ah,
Not that bad.
With a +0, that's better than +8. Arcana checks.
You concentrate on your magic and you focus on that point in time and on Yantha, and you're pretty sure that she was lying to Crimgol as she starts to offer him lumps of gold in exchange for the gemstone. She says it's worthless, but I'll give you a lump of gold in exchange. But Crimgol also suspects that she's lying to him. And he demands to get the gemstone in return. An argument ensues between Crimgol and Yantha, where after the gemstone is all of a sudden gone.
What?
What?
She didn't cast a single spell, it's just vanished from her hand.
Guy wants to do a locate object because you have seen it now.
No, it's only
Sure.
terror
sorry.
that experiences this.
It was because I was away. Sorry.
After the whole argument finishes, Grimgold kind of leaves angrily and threatens to return with a force of Durgars. And you notice Yantha's trying to find the gemstone again. She goes, but I put it right here. Where is it? Where is it? And that's pretty much the memory of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you four... are you finished interrogating the Swiftnoblins, or do any of you have any other questions or means of interrogation?
I don't.
Is that the leader of the Swiftnoblin gnomes, or just a simple merchant?
So far, you've believed that Yantha was the leader, because she is a Swiftnoblin leader. But as you're standing there, the dwarf Galder, he says, no, Yantha, she's a leader from Swiftnoblin mage from somewhere else, some kind of merchant leader or something. No, the Swiftnoblin leader from here, from Mantol-Derith, is a Swiftnoblin known as Garbled Drip Skillet.
Okay, so that's the one I have to talk to at some point.
Don't worry about that. Our men are currently storming their enclave. He'll be dead within a day.
Fair enough. So it's you take over the whole city.
Not necessarily, but we're taking what is ours. The Swiftnoblins have betrayed the laws of Mantol-Derith, and now they are going to have to pay. And we'll capture Garbled Drip Skillet for helping Yantha, and then we'll tie him with chains and metal balls and throw him into the Dark Lake. That's what we do to people who steal here in Mantol-Derith.
Fair enough. That's cool. I just want to know who is the leader of the city. That's all.
Well, in the current state, there aren't really any leaders. Usually the Mantol-Derith is ruled by the four of us. Myself, Garbled Drip Skillet, the human, Gazrim, Dulok, and the tiefling Sirek Mazalor. But Sirek Mazalor and Gazim Dulok has retreated into their enclaves like the cowards that they are.
Well, that's normal to those humans and half-breeds in a way. So the Durgars are the actual strongest part of this city, I guess.
We are upholding the laws that we've all agreed upon. And when the dust settles, we will be the ones ruling this place.
That's great. But sure, can we help you? Can I help you to actually succeed in this campaign to take over the city?
Yes, of course. You're more than welcome to go and help storm the Swiftnoblin enclave. You got people next to you who goes like, no, we're not strong enough. It's a one-on-one fight. We're going to... Be quiet, Swiftnoblin. The only reason you're here is because of these people. But I told you we need the help from the humans and the tieflings.
We don't need help from any humans or half-breed.
The little Swiftnoblin people goes like, listen, I'm new here, and fair enough that my people have done something to piss you off, but I'm all okay with you wanting to storm the enclave, but I'm telling you, it's a plan doomed to fail. We need help from either the humans or the tieflings.
To what? To take over the world?
No, to take over the Swiftniblin Enclave.
Oh, that's a good idea actually. So we can talk to the humans and the tieflings and make a great alliance to put the Durgas as the leaders, and then the others as the servants they truly are. And of course with a good religion and so on.
The Durgar merchant, Krimgol, says, "No, I've waited long enough. We want vengeance. We want that stone. She stole it. She doesn't even know where she put it.
So all you want is a stone.
That's the reason I came here, to sell it. And then it gets stolen."
Ah, so you need money because you need to sell the stone. So actually you don't need the stone, you actually just need some money.
I want the stone back.
Sure, no problem. Just curious about whether you want the stone afterwards, so we can agree to some payment for it.
We can agree upon a payment, yes.
Fair enough. And sure, we can also find out of something about taking over the city, Symbol City. Yes. After all, you may need some help if you had to kill both civilians and humans and half-breeds and tieflings and whatever.
Gold is thinking a little bit. Alright. How about going in harmony?
I think we should go to see the humans and whatever, because the DM has been saying it for so many times. Also last time, that really means in game. It's a really good idea to.
It's only peoples. It's peoples who keeps on saying it, not the Durgars. The Durgars like Tyrell's suggestion of helping you storm the Swiftniblin Enclave to get the stone.
As a diplomat, it's normally a good idea to see like what we can do here.
Lots of talking and the Durgas take all the fighting. Fair enough. But if we go to talk to the humans or the tiefling or then probably the Durgas will attack the Tieflings in the meantime.
I don't know.
So then we have to take care of the Durgas afterward. Yeah, well, cool. Fine with me.
I'm mostly thinking we came here to find the stone. We didn't come here to save a neutral place. So let them fight and let us retrack where the stone got lost. And see what's at that place. Like
the last known location was Yantha's shop. Yantha is currently hanging from the ceiling, and her shop is in the Swiftniblin Enclave.
So
I say go back there.
Yeah.
Well, Garn says. I don't Garn.
We know.
And then you got people who goes like, but we can't go there. Aren't you people listening?
what? Why can't we go there?
Can
It's
we
being
then
stormed by
fly
the
there?
Durgars. They've barricaded it, and the Durgars aren't going to win, and nobody's going to get in without help from either the humans or the tieflings. We should go there.
Okay,
To those two places.
so we go to the humans and the tieflings and get them to back up the Durgas to kill the Swiftmans. That's a good idea.
Exactly.
No, listen up. He says we can't go there. Can we then fly there?
I can fly.
All
I'm sure you can fly for a short while, but not forever.
If you throw me hard enough.
I can't throw that hard enough.
Swiftniblin is looking at you, Torvald, going, fly? We're on the ground?
Yeah.
He's a little people, so fly is not that difficult. He just come up in the same.
Guard
It's
is
getting
like,
weird.
Sure,
you
go
have
on,
a
try and
druid
fly there.
here. you have a druid here, you have 2 more druid guards right outside. What happens if there's 3 tiny spiders and a lizard, I love you, a lizard walking in there? They won't see that as a threat.
They've barricaded the entrance to their enclave. It's a closed part of the city.
And what will 3 druids
There's already
and the lizard?
there's always
inside.
a way in.
Yeah.
Sure, but
Yeah, by
We will
force.
just take a look around the shop. Maybe we find clues, maybe we don't. If we don't, then fine, let's break down the barricade, whatever. But if we could do this peacefully, because this is not our territory, it's neutral.
but in some
We
way,
have one mission. Let's stick to it.
I guess actually the Philippines try to keep out the Durgas, right? Not everyone, I guess.
But the
No,
Duergars are banging on their main gate.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So either we help
Yeah,
the
then we don't take the main gate, then we take the back door.
There are no back doors.
There's gotta
always a back door, just depend of the hammer you use. But well, I think we should talk with just to make bigger alliance, more people, more to slay, and more dead, more bloodshed.
Garn just sits down and starts meditating. Like, I'm not being listening to, I don't care.
So what way? Tieflings or humans first? Who's closest?
The humans. You'll reach the human enclave by following the edge of Mantol-Derith. The tieflings, they are on the opposite side of the cave.
So humans would be closest. So let's go corrupt some humans.
Fine.
And you bring peoples, but you leave the Duergars,
Yeah.
and you leave Yantha hanging.
Well, I guess we
No.
know
That's
what.
our most important clue.
Yeah, we need her in some way, and I guess we also need that Durga in some way. We need to make sure we don't get attacked by Durgas afterwards.
It's okay, we won't kill her. We also want to keep her alive until all this is resolved.
If
Cool.
we agree on that, then can at least one of my gods stay here and watch her?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes, I'll allow you to leave one of your bugbears here.
Thank you.
All allowed.
And I'll make sure that that my men won't bother you as you leave or return.
That's cool. So let's go on then. To you humans.
Right.
Shop living thing.
You leave the Duergar building and walk through the Duergar enclave. Leave the main gate and come out into the fungi grove. What's the fungi grove? The fungal grove had narrow aisles with a host of edible fungi and illuminated by nightlight mushrooms. You actually come out of these double stone doors and then out of this tunnel and into this grove, which is surrounded by an iron rod fence. And as soon as you leave the grove, you follow one of the main paths between the edge of the cave and the marketplace, which is currently in disarray. You pass several of these columns that are holding up the ceiling high above you. Cross one of these bridges over the trench that you arrived from, and reach a stream that crosses the cave from your right to to your left. Yeah, and you follow the stream a little bit upwards until you reach the actual marketplace, and there's a bridge that leads over the stream and over to the human area of the cave and further into the human enclave.
So I guess we need our most human-like person to do the talking. So that would be our Genasi.
Druid.
Are
Harmony.
you calling a bugbear human-like?
Well, you don't reach all the way. You enter the area, and the humans, they have cut down most of the fungi grove in their area. They only keep a few small gardens for decoration. They've erected huge pavilions, several smaller tents. There's water dripping from the ceiling that runs off some of the tents to form puddles everywhere. And as you enter the area, you see a strange sight. You see an elf sitting on a zirkwood bench. Zirkwood is this wood that is harvested from some of these fungus. And he's sitting under this zirkwood bench under a giant zirkwood mushroom. He's a type of elf, but you can't really... it's hard to say what kind of elf. He's got completely dark skin and white hair. And he's sitting there in this relatively empty human area, reading a book. And he looks up as you walk into the area. What do you do?
Greetings him in the old elven way. The old elven language.
He is an elf. He greets you back, closes his book, and says, "Oh, another elf here.
Yes.
Elves in
Is it a good book?
Mantol-Derith is rare."
It truly is, and especially your kind of elf.
What did Harmony say?
Is it a good book?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
My kind of
Oh.
elf.
Oh well, I haven't seen many with your kind of look. I must be so blunt.
No, I am cursed. Now that you've gotten a little closer, you can see that his dark skin and his white hair is the least of his strange appearance. It seems like the entire left side has been acidified. You can see that his face is completely scarred, his eyes completely white. He seemed to have been bathed in half of his body seemed to have been bathed in acid. And as he gets up, you can see that he's using a walking stick. And greets you. He notices your leg and identifies, just as you identify the damage to him, he identifies the damage to you. And he says, "I see you have also encountered some of the oozes here in the Underdark."
Yes, and some fire elemental, I guess it would be. Pretty nasty, but can be destroyed in a way.
I haven't had any encounters with fire yet, luckily. But no, this acid is only the least of my worries. You mentioned my strange appearance, and yes, I have been cursed, and have been studying this curse for a very, very long time.
Interesting. What kind of curse? I mean, in a way, we all are cursed in this life. Maybe a next.
I haven't been able to identify the curse yet. The closest I've come is to an ancient elven people that lived ages ago. They lived in a mountainous land on the surface, had dark skin, and it was a curse caused by the land. But their description doesn't really fit my lost pigmentation in my hair or my aversion to sunlight. They lived on the surface. I can't really stand the light from the sun.
Well, the sun will burn everyone in time, so guess we have to keep in the Underdark.
So what brings you to Mantol-Derith?
Well, we are
Ooh,
seeking.
that's a good offer in the chat, by the way.
We are seeking. At this moment, we are seeking the human faction.
Oh, I was
It's
looking
like-
at the wrong chat. That's why my chat was empty.
To, I guess, to secure the Durgas, take over the city in a way, and recover a zone.
You've been struggling with the whole attacks. The Durgars started everything by attacking the Swiftniblins, and you are helping the Durgars.
Yes.
And you would like to speak with the humans.
Yes.
I may be able to help you get into their warehouse.
That would be nice, I think. I guess.
I am Zilch. Zilchin Kulepton. Simply call me Zilch. He greets you with his other hand that's not holding the walking stick.
Tyrell.
He also greets you, Harmony.
Hi, my name is Harmony. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Harmony. I'm Zilch.
Do you guys have a lot of fungi around here?
I'm not from around here. I'm a newcomer, and
Yeah, but like, have you seen any?
oh yes, I have seen quite a few groves of various fungus here in Mantol-Derith. There's also a near the lake between the Durgar and the Swiftniblin enclave.
Mhm.
The by the pool there seems to be quite a bit of fungus as well, along with, of course, the various luminescent and edible fungus.
What about where you're from?
Where I'm from,
What's the fungus situation there? Like,
most fungus where I'm from are well, there's different kinds. There's both the poisonous type and there's the edible type, but they're all in much smaller size. We're talking about the largest one of the size of a hand, and he looks up at the circle and he goes, and here the fungus are the size of buildings.
cool. Awesome. Anyway, continue.
Well, come with me. I'll introduce you to the humans.
Thank you very much.
I do a twirly thing for him.
He looks over and goes, "You are aware that there's a kobold and bugbear following you, right?"
That's correct.
Okay.
We know. Every good people have some servants.
Actually, it's 3 bugbears. My other guard and my advisor.
3 bugbears and a kobold.
We need some strong people to carry our stuff and a little one to find the rats.
Not judging, just wanted to make sure. All right. What are your passive perceptions? Can I have your passive perceptions?
Way too low, I guess.
Passive? 20.
Harmony, 20. Passive perception, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Garn,
I'm not sure where I find it.
what's your modifier when you roll for perception?
I don't know. I don't know where to find it. Sorry, I was so lost in the chat.
Your skills, do you have your list of skills?
Yes.
And one of
Just
them is
below
called
it.
perception. And what's your modifier on that one?
I'm so blind. Can you pick somebody else? Just
It's in the
Lilith?
skill list.
No, not Lilith.
it's,
Torpo. Torpo, what's your passive perception?
It's 5.
5. So 15. And Tyrrell, what's your
It's
perception?
14.
it's the 5th from the bottom.
4. Thank you. Oh, so blind.
Alright.
Actually, just below the skills, there's a passive perception line in the sheet.
Jay,
Oh, is it that? Passive
Yes.
Oh, that's 14. Sorry. That's what happens when you don't play for 2 weeks.
Mike asks if we have a donation link for the charity we are supporting.
Ask Matty. He's in charge
Matty?
of...
Yeah.
Do we
Okay.
have a donation link for the charity? Because I just scored $1,000 for us.
Whoa, not yet. but-
$1,000?
Whoa.
No, you know what I
Danish
mean.
crowns, not dollars.
I'll.
Hey, he said.
Okay.
Just to shave my beard.
It's like its hair, it will grow out again.
Yeah.
No, he says there are no links, no pages up yet.
Man.
The thing is, he doesn't actually lead you towards the warehouse. He leads you towards the largest pavilion in the area. And as you are approaching the pavilion, you all notice, perched on a ledge overlooking the pavilion, a gargoyle that seems to be keeping an eye on this pavilion that you're moving towards.
Oh no, a statue.
Is there anything the four of you wish to do? Well, you notice that it's a gargoyle because it moves. It's not standing still. But is there anything any of you want to do before you reach the pavilion?
Does it seem hostile?
It seems to be spying on the pavilion, but keeping a distance.
Ryan wants to see what it's like looking at, what it's watching specific.
The pavilion, the pavilion that you're moving towards, that Zilch
But is there anything there to notice, to keep an eye on?
You'll have to get a little closer to see what it is there is in the pavilion.
Okay, Garn and the other two bugbears is the back of the group now.
You could also decide, well, like you're saying, you could also decide to keep a distance to check out the pavilion before you go there.
Yeah.
I'll
That will be
look at
cautious. Not my style.
I'll look at the direction the statue thing is looking to see if I can see anything.
In the direction of the gargoyle.
Yeah.
What are you trying to... Well, yeah, do a perception check. Sure.
Perception.
On D20 plus 5.
Yeah. D20 plus 5.
Didn't you have plus 5 on perception?
No, +2.
Yeah, plus 2.
Oh, plus 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
11.
well, Torpo doesn't notice the gargoyle.
Oh!
He's completely oblivious to it. He's just walking towards the pavilion with Tyrrell. What about Harmony? Is Harmony going to stand back a little bit with Garn or
Yeah.
follow Tyrrell?
No, I'm gonna stand back a little bit, see what happens.
Alright, so the Bugbears and Harmony stand back while Tyrrell, Torpo, Peebles, and Zilch advance towards the pavilion. In the pavilion, there is a group of tieflings. In the pavilion, there is a large table filled with covered with food and wine that stands right in the middle. The tieflings, there are 5 tieflings. Most of them are not really partaking in the food and the drinks. As you approach, you recognize one of the tieflings as Lilith.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah, Harmony's staying back with Garn, but Torpo and Tyrrell, you how do you react to seeing Lilith?
Among her racial kind, not very strange, but I greet her, of course, in Infernal, so what else?
Greetings there, friends. I guess. What are you doing here?
Adventuring.
What does that sound?
Adventuring. Sounds interesting.
We came here to talk with some humans and meet some tieflings in their place, so I guess you have taken over the human enclave?
Oh, well, not yet, but close.
One of the tieflings says, "No, we are waiting here for the human delegation. We have a meeting with them."
Oh,
So now, please.
awesome.
Please not move
See.
aside. This is bad company. We actually want to look good, you know?
What?
Exactly.
Who's bad company?
Zerk
Me?
says, "Yeah, Lilith is right. You are not really welcome here." Zilch goes like, but we are here to meet with the human leader as well.
And who are you?
I am Zilchin Kuleptin. Call me Zilch. He gives you a hand.
Lilith just looks at his hand, then looks at it with a little bit of disgust. And then, yeah, sure. And you, who are you?
I am Zilch. And you
Okay.
are...
Is-
Told you.
You do not know who I am.
No.
How dare
I am
you.
not acquainted that much with tieflings, and you are clearly not from Mantol-Derith. I recognize Sirac. And Sirac kind of nods at Zilch. Fine.
You know this
can
guy?
Stay. Yeah, Zilch.
You know
yeah,
this
he's a traveler.
Is he useful?
No.
So, what are your purpose with the humans, if I may ask, before we start a bigger conversation with them?
Well, taking over the Underdark. Why are we else here?
Well, we are here to make sure the humans actually and the tieflings, so we make it pretty much easy to come here now, since you're here now, to come out from your hiding ground and help the Durgas killing this 15 thieves and recover the
would you-
stone I need.
You want a stone?
Stone.
I'll give
yeah.
you stone. There's a stone outside.
No, not that kind of stone, but
Right now, you're getting in between me and my prey, which is these humans.
Silek looks at you, Lilith, goes like, you are only here because we allow it. Remember,
allow
this
it?
is our meeting.
I'll let that slide for now. Anyway. Do you want help
Oh,
with
you
what?
are servant now. Cool.
What is the stone you're talking about?
Simple little gemstone, nothing important for you.
Nothing
Well,
important
important.
except for like what? Going to war?
Well, we need to stop a thief, right? Law has to
A-
be kept.
A
Aren't you
thief.
lawful like all devils? Like
Yeah,
your
but these-
ancestors?
I'm pretty sure that the Sniffablim, whatever they called, little people, don't steal random stuff. What's to this stone?
It's a gemstone. The dwarf had it. The
What
Switzerland stole it.
kind? What kind of a gemstone, old friend?
I'm not completely sure what kind of gemstone.
Why do you need this stone?
Because I miss it in my collection.
Because you're missing your collection.
Miss it in my collection.
Yeah, but you were getting it for someone else.
Maybe.
Okay, is there someone competent here who could tell me what the stone is?
The leader... No, not the leader. Sirac, yeah, the leader, the tiefling leader, kind of sighs at you and goes, if you're going to discuss this, please leave. I cannot have these distractions now. Go outside the pavilion and take the discussion elsewhere. Now.
Gee, like, ugh. Let's go outside. And then she like waves to you to go outside.
Harmony and Garn, you've kept your
I'm
distance.
not moving at all.
As Torpo and Tyrrell have gone towards the pavilion, and as you keep an eye on it, you notice that there are a number of tieflings inside the pavilion, and a discussion emerges. You recognize one of the tieflings as Lilith, and the debate seems to turn sour as one of the other tieflings are kind of yelling to them to leave the pavilion. And it seems that this is what the gargoyle is keeping an eye on.
Okay. Just a sidetrack. On the way to the humans' territory, I've filled in my bugbears on what the stone is and why we're looking for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, let them yell. I don't care. I'm still on the gargoyle.
Yeah, I
What
think
about-
I'm just
React.
gonna stare at it like very intensely, see what it's doing.
All right. And what about Torpo? Does Torpo stay in the pavilion, or does he follow Lilith out?
He follows.
Tyrrell, it seems that everybody else is kind of leaving the tieflings to do their thing. And the leader looks at you and goes, once I've spoken with Gazrim, I'll wave you over. We were here first. We get our audience first. You can have yours afterwards.
Well, it depends if you're keeping him alive or not.
I have no interest in seeing him dead.
Cool, fair enough. Then just wait here while you talk to him. No problem.
You can wait over there. You have kind of, they were standing there and you've kind of invaded their space. Now he's asking you kindly to, like, move away.
It takes 5 small steps backward. So now I'm out of your way.
So 5 feet backward, okay. mm. You see he's kind of getting annoyed at you, and he goes, "This is the last warning. Leave now." You can see the other tieflings kind of put their hands on their weapons.
Okay.
2 of the other tieflings.
Make it easy for you. Say please and I will do it.
Please.
Thank you very much, my kind sir. Not around me. That's nice than you do. I always do things for you.
Lilith and Torpo, it takes a little while, but after a short while, Till kind of joins you away from the pavilion.
Lilith steps up to Cole and says, "What the hell is going on here? Why are you here? And why do you need a stone?"
Torpo, Till, and Lilith, you've gathered some way away from the pavilion, while Harmony and Gorin are keeping an eye on the gargoyle. Yeah.
Lilith just
Lilith asks Torbo about something.
Yeah. Lilith just walks out with the Bacter, and then he just turns around and he looks furiously at the kobold and just says, "Why are you here, and why are you interrupting this right now? For a stone? This has to be a really, really important stone. What is this stone?"
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, it looks nice.
You want to start a war of a stone that looks nice?
I'm not starting a war, I'm just walking.
You are literally starting a war between the Sniffleblum and the Duergar, right?
No, that's me.
That's him.
That's you. So you're starting a war over a bloody stone.
I'm just walking. I'm not
Oh,
doing
that's
anything.
Actually, I will start a war over a simple stone. After all, because of the stone's importance.
I got an idea, but I need the humans. I need to set
Because
up
I need the
security.
stone, or actually I need the thing inside the stone.
You see, the grandsire actually gave me a little mission.
To require
need
the stone.
No,
To
I need
free
a lot of-
Archibald.
No, I need a lot of souls.
Oh, we all do.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if you do. I don't know, but I need a lot of souls.
Yes, so we need to make sure they all bind their contract. Then we need to start a war, and then they all die. Then we get all the souls.
Exactly. That's actually a good idea.
And I need the stone to free what's inside the stone.
I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like these humans much. Maybe you can kill them afterwards. I don't know.
At the moment, my point was to make sure that the humans, or actually the thieflings too, and the Duergars killed each other, but now probably not the thieflings so much. If you're part of them, unless, sure, your leader could be a bitch.
So, meanwhile, Harmony and Gorin, you're staying a little way off, keeping especially an eye on the gargoyle, and you notice that a human delegation comes out of the warehouse closer to the cave wall, and the delegation of humans. You see, there's 7 humans and a beholder.
Okay.
The humans and the beholder approach the pavilion, enter, and greet the remaining tieflings. There are 4 tieflings inside the pavilion now. And they greet, they start to talk. You can't really hear or see what they're talking about. But all of a sudden, you see that one of the tieflings draws a dagger and attacks the beholder.
Okay.
Torpo,
Do we-
Lilith, and Tyrrell, you suddenly hear screams of combat, and as you turn around, you see that the tieflings are currently talking with the humans, but that the talks have gone awry, and a fight has erupted between the tieflings and the humans.
Okay.
And the humans
Okay.
have a
Lilith.
beholder with them.
A what?
Oh my god,
beholder.
humans brought a flying dog.
So I'd like everyone to roll initiative to see in what order you react to these.
Oh my
this
God.
fighting erupting.
Never trusted half-breeds or humans.
What do we have? We have. I have
19.
19.
What's
Sounds
my
like-
initiative +2? I'm rolling with my dice.
what do we have?
6.
With my dice. What the hell? Did it roll? Roll 20. I'm not gonna take that. I'm gonna roll. With my
I
dice.
rolled 1, but I have +2, so 3.
Oh, yeah, cool. Awesome.
2. I have 14.
So there's a gargoyle, there are 4 tieflings and 7 humans and a beholder. There are 3 bugbears, a kobold, a genasi, a tiefling, and a elf. Then there's peoples, and there is zilch.
Yeah. Oh, I had 16. 16 is mine.
16. Let me just
I forgot the +2.
let me see.
Oh. Always a +2. That's a different life and death.
+2 is awesome.
Side. Here we go. Let's see what the others, how fast they are to react. Okay, the gargoyle is slow.
So if you stop your people, I stop the humans. After all, we need them both to sign the contract before they die.
Okay, I'm just gonna open these different ones so I can easily find them. Okay, and then we have some tieflings.
Oh, how many of those tieflings in the tent or by the humans are mine?
None.
None. So I still have the 12 dudes with me.
Nope.
What?
And you haven't been paying attention to what I wrote to you.
Nope. Did you
They
write
are
it?
all gone. I killed them
written
one by one.
Okay, so, where is that dude? Where is that dude? He is a.
What? Where have you written to me?
We'll discuss it afterwards.
You in trouble.
But you don't have any of your NPCs with you. No, he's not in trouble. I just don't want to discuss out of game stuff during the stream. Oh, the humans are super slow. Oh, not that one. I'm just opening up all the NPCs on the computer. It's a little easier than having to have, what was it, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages in the monsters manual.
So there are 4 tieflings, 7 humans, and a beholder.
Yeah, but they don't all have the same stats.
Yeah, but I just signed
4 tieflings, 7 humans, a beholder, a gargoyle, and with you have an elf and a swiftniblin.
Oh. Always forget the Always forget the small people.
And then we have Zilch. What was Zilch's Okay, he's one of those. Okay, this is gonna get interesting. Okay, so we have. That's like that. We have. Where are you? Here. And here. Right. Just gonna put them in order. So him first, then her, then her. Then we have Tyrrell, also vault high. We have the Tieflings, they vault high. We have Lilith, vault 16. We have Peebles. We have Zilch. We have Garn. We've got the human leader. We have the Tiefling leader. We have Torpo. We have the gargoyle, and then we have the humans last. Alright.
Way too many people.
Okay, so the beholder is the first one to react. Very, very fast to react.
I hate beholders. Yeah, so nasty.
The beholder is a giant floating eye in the sky with a big mouth and several small eye stalks. This beholder is covered in scars and for legal reasons, this creature's stat block is not available. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gee, thanks, Internet. It's because I have the books, so I don't want to pay for having the digital versions. But that's also
It's hard being DM.
Yeah, maybe I will have to open all the pages. There was something about this guy. He had the beholder shoots with its small eyes at the tiefling that attacked it. I wonder if how much damage does the beholder take from the attack. Maybe I should check that first.
75.
It's
Hate beholders.
or the beholder takes a ton of damage from the tiefling who attacked it. He takes. Oh, damn! He might not actually survive this attack, so he might not get a turn. So. So
I get it.
it takes 8, 9, 10, 11, 25, and 10, 13, and 3, 7, and then half of this. 8, 18, 20, 22, 25, half of that, 12, so it's 34, 47, 54, 66. Oh no, it survived. Still a lot of damage.
No problem.
66 damage. Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh, and the first hit is a critical hit because it's an assassination.
Awesome.
Jesus,
So I did more
did he attack the beholder, right?
Yeah, one of the tieflings just assassinated the beholder, and what I'm wondering is, does this beholder even get a turn, or is it just assassinated on the spot? And
Depends
So
on the
glad I
price.
stand back.
yeah, it depends on the dice. So 15, 16, 26, 28, 38 additional damage from assassinate.
It should survive.
It's a beholder. It has a ton of hit points, but it loses over half of its hit points from the assassination attempt. It takes 104 damage
Cool!
and survives.
Yeah, but the problem is the fucking nasty beholder is just a mean creature.
Yeah, and it turns towards the assassin and starts shooting lots of small rays at the assassin. It has this one, and that one.
So awesome.
No,
No
it's-
attack rolls, just hits.
3 of them. So this one first.
Just a lot of thing throws.
Yeah, the assassin rolls first saving throw.
Big thing throw. Fail. 15 to
Succeeds. Takes half damage. So it takes 6, 7, 8, 9, 17, 19, 24, 37. So that's 18 damage from the first ray.
Holy Jesus. He's dead.
No, not the assassin. Oh, that. Cool. Okay, and
Damn, I wish I had more spell slots.
so that's gonna be the combat sheet. Harmony.
Yes.
You witness as this one tiefling draws a dagger and tries to assassinate the beholder. But as it stabs the beholder just starts shooting rays at the tiefling, which is also still standing, and a fight is clearly going to erupt. What do you do?
I want to attack the beholder with eye bite.
Oh.
That
Yes,
sounds
that's
really good
nasty.
against beholders. I don't know why.
You stare at the beholder. Your eyes darken.
It must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be affected by. Yeah, it's a DC 16.
It fails its save.
So it falls asleep.
Aww.
Your eyes darken, and a haze falls over the beholder, which is standing, floating there with a dagger in its side, shooting its rays, and it just goes tired and slumps to the ground. And you see the assassin draws out its dagger and finishes off the beholder by stabbing it again, making sure that it's dead. Tyrell,
Wait, what?
what do you do?
So he has to stab it before I can do anything at all?
It's the assassin's turn between you and Harmony.
Oh,
And
fair enough.
the assassin spends its turn doing another assassinate on the beholder, which is now asleep.
Oh, fair enough. Well, guess I just have to attack the assassin then.
Fine.
But I will do it another way. I move so I within 30 feet, so 10 meters from the assassin, and then I just cast blindness.
Alright. What's the DC?
15,
15.
and it's Constitution saving throw.
Just gonna throw out all those dice. Oops. It succeeds.
Damn you, moron!
The tieflings. Oh, a lot of stuff happening here. The tieflings. Tieflings are just as surprised as the rest of you. They weren't expecting one of their own to try and assassinate the beholder. Two tieflings are going to defend and protect their leader Sirak. So they surround him, draw their weapons, and prepare to defend him. Lilith, what do you do?
Okay, just getting this right. The assassin, was that Sirik?
No.
No.
There was Sirak, and then there were 3 other tieflings with him, and one of them just assassinated the beholder, and the 2 others are just as surprised as the rest of you, and are now protecting Sirak, who hasn't had his turn yet.
Do I recognize the assassin? Is anyone?
It's a tiefling. It's a normal tiefling from Mantol-Derith. It's not one of yours.
I hate those half-breeds.
Okay, just a question is... the humans, how good relations do they have with the tieflings?
Well, right now, really bad.
Alright, I'm just gonna cast a fireball. I'm just gonna point at the humans and say, "Purge the humans," and...
You want to hit the tieflings as well?
No, just the humans.
Just the humans?
Just the humans with a big-ass fireball.
The 7 humans, I think they're gone.
Yep.
Let me check.
It's 36 damage.
36 damage.
Are you insane?
And what's the DC?
It's DC 16, 15.
Alright, so the scene is that you have this meeting between the tieflings and the humans, and suddenly one of the tieflings decides to assassinate the beholder, and as the beholder falls to the ground lying dead while the assassin keeps on stabbing, there's suddenly a large explosion among the remaining humans who haven't even reacted to this assassin, and the whole pavilion just blows apart. The table flies aside with food and wine flying in all directions, and pieces of human limbs landing here and there, with only the tieflings.
Did it just takes her finger up at the...
And it smells like bacon.
So the humans are all dead, including their beholder. So very effective assassination right there.
Yeah, Lilith just walks up towards the teeth.
Not yet, because you've just cast the spell, and the next thing you notice...
I can't move? I'm just gonna walk.
Yes, you can of course run up to the tieflings as you cast your fireball.
I'm not gonna run, I'm just gonna walk.
Yeah, then you don't reach the tieflings. Then you're walking slowly towards them. Peebles is shocked and decides to stand back and see how this develops. Zilch as well. He simply is stunned at everything. Doesn't do anything. How about Garn?
Guard makes sure that his one guard and advisor can jump into action in case Harmony needs it. And he has a thorn whip ready if the gargoyle decides to jump into the fight that suddenly started. out of nowhere.
Yeah, the gargoyle hasn't had time to react either.
No, but I have it ready. If it moves, it's gonna be stuck.
The humans are dead. The beholder is dead. Sirak is stunned, turns and goes, Kinia, what are you doing? Stop this at once. Torpo, what do you do? How do you react to all of this?
To the assassin are dead, right?
The assassin? No, the assassin's fine.
How close are the closest party member?
That would be Lilith, who just walked 10 meters towards the pavilion.
Is she within 5 feet?
No, she's not within 5 feet.
You can move closer.
Yeah. I know.
What is your plan?
Kill the fucking assassin.
No.
I'm gonna rear frost on the assassin.
Alright.
I have it there. 19.
That's a hit.
8.
8 damage. And
8
she's
damage.
slowed.
Yep.
8 damage and she's slowed. Alright. So Torpo wants to kill the assassin.
Can Lilith can Lilith respond?
The gargoyle, as soon as Torpo shoots at the assassin, the gargoyle takes flight and swoops down towards Torpo. Now, Gon, you have your bugbears protecting you, and you have a thorn whip. The gargoyle swoops from the ledge on your left and swoops down towards Torpo on the right, and on its way you get to use your thorn whip, which you prepared, so you can do an attack with that.
9.
9?
Yeah.
9. For anyone who wished.
So that's 9.
As the gargoyle swoops down, you try to catch it with your thorn whip, but it's just flying too fast, and you miss your attack. The gargoyle swoops down and attacks Torpo.
No!
It hits both attacks, and Torpo takes 10 points of damage.
17.
Torpo is down to 17. Already this, I don't think. Alright. Harmony.
Yes.
The assassination is a success. The humans have been blown to pieces. The beholder has been slain. And people are now dealing with the assassin. And your companion Torpo has decided to attack. And it seems that the gargoyle is trying to protect the assassin by attacking Torpo, which is then in turn attacked by Gon. What do you do?
Yes. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to take out the gargoyle. That seems to make the most sense.
Sure.
It's immune to like so many things, isn't it?
Do an Arcana check.
Because I seem to remember that something. 18.
It's of course it makes sense that it's immune to poison. But apart from that, it's not immune as such, but it is resistant to non-magical weapons.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try to use shatter on it.
It's not a construct, it's an elemental. But shatter does deal normal damage to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh wait, shadow that
DC
deals.
16 Constitution save.
What DC?
16
16.
Constitution.
Constitution. It succeeds.
I think it takes half damage.
It takes
then-
half,
It's,
half thunder damage, yeah.
Yeah, is it inorganic material it's made of?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I
it's an
think-
earth elemental creature.
Yeah, then
Inorganic
it
material
then it
such
has
as
th-
stone.
yeah, then it
Disadvantage.
has it had disadvantage on the
yeah.
save.
It still succeeds. It rolled one lower, but it's still success. So it still only
Okay.
takes half damage.
Well, I rolled 9 damage, so like half.
So 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
Yeah. By the way, each creature within 10 feet radius also has to make a Constitution
Yeah,
save.
but there's
Oh,
only the
yes.
gargoyle. Unless you want to hit Torpo as well.
No, that was not the plan.
No.
Not this time around.
Maybe later.
Maybe.
But he does have advantage on.
Oh, really?
And now you use Shatter as a first level spell. You have higher level spell slots. For every higher level spell slot, you deal more and more damage.
Yeah, second level by the way. Second.
Yeah.
It's a second level. Okay, second level spell. So yeah, and for each spell slot above second level, it deals an additional damage. But all right, so you join Garn and attack the gargoyle. The assassin decides to try and flee,
But he's slowed.
but she's slowed. Yes, she she gets up and she starts running towards the edge of the pavilion, which is on fire now. But the ice and frost has kind of frozen her limbs, so she barely only gets to the edge of the tent where she cuts open, but she doesn't get out of it. So she can't hide. Tyrell, what do you do?
I guess I run over to the assassin.
Sure, you can do
Because
that.
If you try to run out, you run a bit toward me in a way, so I guess I can run up to her.
No, she's
Grab
running
her.
away from the rest of you, from pretty much everyone.
Grab her.
But you can run up to her, no problem.
Grapple her.
Well, my first attempt would be to actually, a part of a movement, to draw my mace and dust cast Blight. So at Fortitude save, DC 18. Constitution save, DC 18.
Oh, I think she missed by 1.
So she takes
Oh, actually,
44
she missed by
points.
she missed by 2.
She takes 44 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
And then I spend my action search and try to grapple that bitch.
How much damage did she take?
44.
44.
points of necrotic damage.
44.
44.
Yes.
All right, she's you can see how she's frozen. She starts to wither. She cuts open the pavilion. Her skin starts to wither. She screams in pain, and then this armored elf with the wand of the Blood Lord that is currently sucking out her life runs over and grabs her. Do your grapple check.
That's athletics, so that's 23.
And she fails. She rolled 18. So pretty good, but she's frozen, she's slowed, and she's in pain. She gets tackled by the elf.
Yeah.
The tieflings are still protecting their leader, who is calling out, Kiniel, stop this, stand down, stay here, what are you doing? Lilith, what about you? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk up to the elf. Not the elf. The tieflings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, we're gonna have a conversation here. And get this woman over here. And then she points at the elf. She looks at you, Tyrell.
Peebles and Zilch are also advancing towards the pavilion now.
Grab her.
No, sorry. Peebles and Zilch are with the gargoyle. Hold
Oh, actually, Jay, Liz got 2 guards with her.
There are no NPCs in this location.
God damn it!
Um,
Is there some way? Is there some way I can contact my?
You can go get them, but it'll take
I can go get
several
them.
rounds.
I look at the tiefling and I say, "Can you go grab my?"
They are not going to go grab your guards because that's why your guards are not here, because they didn't allow you to bring them along. So no, they're not going to go get your guards. Peoples and Silch are also afraid of the gargoyle and want to be closer to the pavilion, so they flee from the gargoyle, run towards the pavilion where the tieflings are holding up. Garn, you're attacking the gargoyle, trying to help
Yes.
Torpo.
Since my guard is a druid, can he use Thorn Whip on it?
Yes. So you
Then-
both want to start casting Thorn Whip?
Yeah. Just drag it back a bit away from Torbo, and then I send Igrim over to Torpo to be his guard, since he didn't bring any.
So Bugbear runs over to the kobold to protect him, and the other 2 bugbears, having their have whips, running forward and trying to grab the gargoyle. Do 2 attacks, Garn. 2 Thorn Whip attacks.
11 and 14.
11 and 14. No, it,
Oh my
it
god!
hits the gargoyle, but it doesn't really grab onto it.
Yes, how is it still?
Torpo, what do you do?
How close are people to the gargoyle?
You are next to the gargoyle, and there's a bugbear and Harmony.
Am I within 5 feet?
Yes.
Aww. Don't be so close to your enemy. Not a good thing for
All right. While Torpo thinks,
Then
the
it
gargoyle.
gets,
Yes.
no, it gets Wave Frost, but because the party member within 5 feet, I got the advantage.
And because you're shooting into melee, you get disadvantage, so you just roll a normal attack.
15.
15. That's good enough.
9.
9 damage.
9. 9.
9.
And the gargoyle is frozen. Slowed. So Torpo has turned his ray of frost towards the gargoyle instead now. Especially since the assassin has been apprehended. Okay.
And the gargoyle attacked me.
Minor detail.
No, the gargoyle disengages and flies up into the air. It's slowed, so it can't fly that far. So it simply just flies out of reach of you guys with melee. And you can see that it's keeping an eye on the assassin and is aiming. Well, especially looking at Tyrrell. But it needs to spend its entire turn doing that. Harmony, what do you do? Gargoyle's now up in the air.
I was thinking of using Vicious Mockery on it. It doesn't do a whole lot, but
Sure.
it can
Just annoying.
mock that it's bad at flying or something.
Oh, that's really bad flying. What's the DC?
16 Wisdom.
It succeeds.
Okay then.
It ignores you. It's totally focused on Tyrrell. The assassin surrenders to you, Till. So she's apprehended.
That's cool.
So I assume you also spend your turn, keeping her apprehended.
Yes.
Or maybe you're just gonna let her go. Yes, run, run.
No. I just have a technical question. If I lift her up, is I then carrying her?
What's your strength?
18.
Sure, you can carry her.
but because of the spell invisibility. Carrying.
Why do you want to?
I don't know. No. So I just pull her back towards the other. So
All right.
gets.
Then we won't discuss it now.
Yeah.
And Lilith is so Lilith and Tyrrell, you're with the tieflings and you've apprehended the assassin. Peoples and Silch has come up with you. Peoples is inspecting the beholder, is extremely interested and actually takes out a knife and starts cutting off one of the eye stalks.
Ew.
What the hell?
Peoples? The Swiftman?
Yes, the Swiftnibble.
Oh, awesome.
So that
I
means
like
at a distance from the pavilion, there's a fight between the Gargoyle, the Bugbears, Harmony, and Torpo. And it is Garn's turn. Want to keep on trying with your whips? You can reach, or can you reach it in the air? What's the
30 feet.
range? 30 feet?
Yeah.
How tall is the cave?
20 feet.
How far up?
15 feet.
15? Oh, suddenly it's important.
Yeah.
Main cavern, here we go. Yeah, you can reach the gargoyle. It can't get out of range of your whip.
Yeah, let's just try again.
Alright, 2 attacks.
Yes. 17 and crit 24.
Alright.
Awesome.
How much damage do you deal with your thorn whip?
9.
Yeah, but what's the damage? 1d6? 2d6? 1d6?
Yeah, just
2d6?
1d6.
Yeah.
1d6?
Yeah.
And the critical, how much damage does that one deal?
That dealt 9. The other one dealt 5. What?
Oh, that's
the
not right.
top one.
9
I
and 5. So the two bugbears, they use their whips to grab onto the gargoyle, and then they start pulling the gargoyle down and force it to crash onto the ground next to Harmony and Torpo. Torpo, what do you do?
I move. How much move do I have? I move 20 feet away from the gargoyle. And shoots it with Ray of Frost. 23. In the direction so I don't hit anybody else then.
What's your armor class, Torpo? Your armor class is 12?
12, yes.
The gargoyle kind of crashes onto the ground, and you kind of start moving away. But as it's lying there, it tries to hit you. It has disadvantage since it's lying down, but it manages to claw at you as you move away from it, dealing 8 points of damage. And
Down to 9.
you do your attack.
Yeah, 23.
That's a hit.
4.
4 damage. Alright. The gargoyle gets up. It's facing Harmony. It's looking at over at the assassin. You can see that it's surrounding everything. And it's frozen again. Right. It wants to escape. So it uses it's prone. So it spends half its turn half its move getting up. It's got minus 10 feet from being frozen, and needs to use its action to disengage. So it only moves 25 feet away. Yeah, it doesn't get very far. This time, instead of flying upwards, it's starting to fly away. It seems to be flying towards the tiefling enclave. Harmony.
Is it disadvantaged by the weight of 2 bugbears? Nearly 300 kilograms.
The thorn whips don't actually grapple him. The thorn whips only pull it closer. So
Okay.
with the thorn whips, you manage to pull it down to the ground, but it's not grappled.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But Harmony, it's less than 10 meters away from you.
Can I run at it and do an unarmed strike?
Yes, no problem.
Then I will do that. 28.
There you go, Wonder Woman.
Alright. Damage?
8.
Ow.
I hate you.
Smack.
Does your unarmed strike do anything else?
I don't think so.
Alright. Do you want to use your bonus action to do a second unarmed strike?
Yes, I would very much like that. 20.
That's a hit. And then you deal
That's a shame you
damage, but
didn't have
without
advantage.
your modifier. Only
So
the
it's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, Harmony kind of follows the gargoyle that's trying to get away. The whips that are trying to grab it, it's being frozen, and Harmony keeps on keeping it occupied, keeps scratching it, slashing it to the ground. And Harmony, it is an earth element, so you are fighting living rock. But
That's okay. I'm water. So.
water versus earth. Apparently water wins.
Water is stronger than earth. We all know it.
Yeah.
Garn, do you want to keep on using a thorn whip to keep it from fleeing? Or do you have... Alright. Well, one of the bugbears is protecting Torpo, and then the other 2 bugbears are using their whips to keep on whipping the gargoyle.
Yeah, and it's an 8 and 9, so.
So they're not really good at it.
Well, they're trying not to hit
Finish
Harmony.
shapeshifter. Yeah.
They're doing everything not to hit Harmony. So,
Back to the dungeon.
Torpo, what about you?
I can sense that I'm further away than 30 feet from the
No,
gargoyle.
it's not. No, you're not. You are
we
within.
still got people within 5 feet.
Why?
It's got Harmony in it.
Yeah, it has
Because I have
Harmony's in melee with it.
I have advantage if people are within 5 feet
Of you or the enemy?
of the enemy.
Harmony's in melee with the enemy, so you have advantage.
Cool. 18,
That's a hit.
6.
6 damage. It's almost destroyed.
I think it has surrendered people. Maybe don't kill it.
I don't know. We're playing with morale rules, so let's see if it surrenders or if it fights till it's dead. Oh, it is a brave gargoyle.
It turns and fired.
It is a brave gargoyle, but it doesn't want to die, so it keeps on disengaging. And this time, it's still frozen, but it wasn't prone, so it manages to fly almost 20 meters away from Harmony. Meaning that it flies out of range of the bugbears. And Torpo, what's your range?
It's 60 feet.
All right. So it's still within Torpo's range, And Harmony, you can't catch up to it in melee, but if you have a ranged attack, you can keep on following it and attack it with some kind of ranged.
I mean, I could, but like,
Unless you want to let it go.
I'm gonna be Elsa about it and just let it go.
What about you, Torpor? Are you going to let the gargoyle flee?
Hell no. 13.
Miss.
That's a miss, which means it's no longer frozen, which means it does fly away and flees with.
Is it possible to use moonbeam, or do I need the moon?
You need the moon, as if I recall correctly. I believe it states that you can't use it on the ground.
It doesn't
we
say
still
anything about that. That's the weird part.
Oh, wrong one.
Do me and Kim not have turns?
Yeah, but you guys are doing something else. You're not fighting the gargoyle.
Well, kinda.
No.
I got 120 feet.
The fight was somewhere completely else.
Oh.
Don't require the
nope.
moon.
Nope.
Just silver beam of pale light.
Yeah, you actually create a beam of moonlight. So no, you don't need the moon to use it.
It has up to 120 feet range, so I could shoot that at it?
Yes, you have one attempt with it. Constitution save. What's the DC?
The DC...
Ah, it fails. Doesn't matter, it fails.
Okay.
So it takes 2d10 radiant damage.
16 damage.
16 damage. So as it's about to flee, this beam of light appears in the cave, and it flies through it. It just gets disintegrated in it.
Whoopsie.
Meanwhile,
Now we need to talk with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's that.
Meanwhile, at the pavilion, Tyrell, Lilith, you have captured the assassin, and
What?
I
have captured the assassin.
You have captured the assassin, and Sirac is, as I described, Peoples is cutting at the beholder. Zilch is just wants, a little protection.
Yeah.
Here is probably better than elsewhere. And Sirac is thanking you. Thank you very much for helping us deal with all of this. He looks over at you, Lilith. But you didn't have to kill the humans. We needed their help. Now we're going to have to deal with this ourselves.
So you
No,
slaughter humans and attack behold. Is that the way of the tiefling?
I don't know why Kiniel here attacked. He looks at Kiniel and goes, "Why? Why, Kiniel?" And she goes, "It's the only way I can redeem myself."
In the eyes of who?
Okay, so back to now you have to do it yourself.
She
what yourself?
She says, "In the eyes of the messenger from House Drungir." She points at the gargoyle, and as she points, you see that this gargoyle flies into a beam of light and is disintegrated. She yells, "No!"
Who is
So-
what in this house? Do I know these guys? Do I know this she's talking about?
Do a history check.
What's my history? Lily's history. I'm pretty good with that. History.
What were you saying, Tyrell?
It's far.
Well, you need help with something. You need help from the humans, so maybe you should find some other allies.
22.
You're right, Tyrell. Yes, you. As she mentions how Strugir, it suddenly all becomes clear to you, and you go like, Kiniel. You didn't know she was called Kiniel, but you've heard of her before. There were two tiefling families and or one of them hired an assassin to kill someone from the other family, but the assassin failed and has been exiled ever since. And this person that you're standing in front of, that you've captured, is the assassin who failed her task and who just now assassinated the beholder, believing that the gargoyle was sent as a messenger in order to give her possibility to redeem herself in the tieflings, in their eyes. However, though you know of this assassin and of House Drugir, the whole notion that this gargoyle gave her a message seems very strange. First of all, the gargoyle wouldn't give a spoken message to her, so it would be some kind of a letter, item, token of some kind. And secondly, as far as you know, House Drugir would never employ a gargoyle to hire, to relay such a message. So there's clearly something off here, and you can do an insight check.
Yeah, I want to do an insight check. I'm pretty good at that as well. That's a 19.
She truly believes that the gargoyle is a messenger from House Drugir, but you're pretty sure that there's something off here. Whether she's been lied to or misled, or you're unsure exactly what piece is missing, but there's something that doesn't add up.
Lilith just walks up to her and just crouches down and says, I'm sorry to say this, but whatever you think you were gonna get from that gargoyle was not from who you expected.
But of course,
No.
I am sure. I'm certain.
No, I am really more certain than you are. And do you know who I am?
No, I am more certain than you are.
I am more certain that...
Till you are, keeping the assassins prisoner while talking to Sirac,
Wow.
and Lilith is talking to the assassin that you're holding. So Lilith can't do anything without your approval, but they can talk.
Sure, they can
To
talk.
be quite honest, you are a failure. You failed big time.
If you hadn't destroyed the gargoyle, the messenger,
Yeah.
then you
that's
could
not-
have relayed that I have completed my task.
And who you think would relay is not those. They would never use gargoyles to relay messages. Ever.
But
You
they
should
have.
know this. No, they have not.
Yes, they have.
Why would they?
It's not a question of why, it's a question that they have.
They would never use that.
Tyrell,
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I have one more thing. I have one more thing for you, but you have now redeemed yourself, actually, by taking out a beholder. That's a pretty big feat, and I can use that.
So what? I should not kill her?
You are not gonna be redeemed in your family ever. But you can be redeemed into another family.
Yeah. Join the alliance.
Tyrell,
Syndicate.
you are talking with Sirac while Lilith and Kiniel are speaking. And
Yes.
Sirac is a little intrigued by your proposition and goes,
Yeah.
are you suggesting that we ally ourselves with the Durgars?
Yes. As I was trying to say before you kicked me out of the meeting, we were here to talk to the humans and afterwards to the thieflings of this city and try to make sure that an alliance between the three to secure that the thieves' resemblance will be punished for stealing the stone. And then, sure, we can make an alliance. After all, we all have to survive the Underdark and the Underground, and without alliances, we will just be weak. So,
You don't understand what's happening here. Mantol-Derith has always been ruled by an alliance between the four races. But when the Duergars broke it by attacking the Swiftnoblins, it opened up a possibility for us. We retreated hoping that the Duergars and the Swiftnoblins would weaken each other, and with an alliance with the humans, then we would ensure that we and the humans could take over Mantol-Derith. We have no interest in reverting back to the status quo, especially with the weakened Duergars and the weakened Swiftnoblins. But now, with the humans out of the picture, we may not have any other choice but to accept that everything goes back to the way it was before.
no,
That's
not
not
back to
right.
what it was before.
That is not correct.
You go back to.
By
you
the
go
way.
forward to let the Thieflings and the Duergar rule the city. The humans are out, the Swiftlands are out. 2 fractions to control the city.
Divide the city up between the Duergars instead of the humans.
Yes.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm actually I wanna assist that.
You can roll it with advantage too.
Yay! So it'll be a natural 20. So 27.
He goes, alright. You can take a message back to the Duergars. Let them know that that we're ready to talk. And if they accept it, then we'll send a delegation to their grove.
That's cool. I will bring that back to the Duergars.
Torpo
And
and Gorn, you come back to the pavilion where you can see Tyrell is talking with the tiefling leader, while Lilith is talking to the assassin. The assassin is held captive by Tyrell. Is there anything the two of you want to do?
Yeah, I want to take Torpo and like kind of carry him like a child, and then cure wounds on him because he's in a rough shape.
If you want, you can take a short rest. Use some hit dice instead of spells.
No, it's fine.
Alright. How much do you heal him for?
8.
8. So you are back to 17 hit points.
17.
And then I'm like, you need to take better care of yourself, little friend. Like, seriously. I'm tired of saving your butt sometimes.
And I look up and cure wounds.
Alright. How much do you heal yourself for?
5.
So you're at 22.
Yeah.
Applause.
You notice that Peoples, who has cut off a eye stalk from the beholder, kind of comes over and goes, it has all been very, very interesting, but I think I'm done with Mantol-Derith. I will take my leave, so I bid you all farewell and good luck in your future travels.
What?
Sniffleblim, where are you going?
I'm going home.
No.
Yes.
No.
No, you're not.
You need to sign a contract before you leave.
Yeah, and I have a perfect contract right here. And Lilith just pulls out a piece of paper.
He
Yeah, this is
takes the contract.
This. You just sign your name down at the bottom. With, by the way, you have to do it with your blood. But I guess that's okay with you.
What's his name?
This is basically a sacrificial. This is like a pact.
You're selling your soul.
Yeah, he's basically selling his soul to the Drake right now.
Where is that swift prince? Peebles, where are you?
I'm here.
There you are. Um, um, he looks at the contract and goes like, I can't sign this. This would null and void my other contract. And I don't have time for these delays. I need to leave. But, if you want, you can come with me.
You. Either that or you die right here.
Do an intimidation.
Oh, I'm really good at that. I got plus 8. 27. Jesus, 19.
So he's not scared of you.
He's not scared?
No?
On a 27?
Do an insight check.
I want to do that. That's a 18.
No, he's not scared of you. He says, "No, I really must be going. I have must get home, and I can't sign this. It would be a breach of my other contract.
Which is what?
I have another contract with my master.
And
Who is your master?
My master is Xazax. I would love to introduce you if you wish to come with me.
Oh, do I know this guy he's talking about?
Do a history check.
God damn it. 15.
Nope. Never heard
Nope,
that name
don't know
before.
who that is. Who is that guy?
Is Garn within reach to hear this conversation?
Yes, Garn is there. And Peoples has been, trying to say goodbye to all of you.
Okay. He just said we could follow him into a place where we tried to get in. That's why we got here in the first place.
No, I'm leaving Mantol-Derith. I am going home. Back to my master. And if you wish, you can come along. But I really must be going now.
No,
Yes.
you are not going anywhere.
He turns around. He starts leaving.
I want to follow that guy. But I'm leaving a guard behind. That's the problem.
Oh, Lilith just looks at what's his face as Sirak? Leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a problem with this guy?
Just
do you
let him
have-
go.
Really?
Why not?
Why not?
Why
Do you
not?
even know who this guy is? Who is his
Peoples?
master?
I don't know. I don't care.
Then why do you just let him go?
Why not?
What if he turns on you?
Turns
now,
on me.
that
What are
could
you
be-
talking about?
Because he has a master he's going back to.
So?
Yeah.
Most people
We-
who
we
come
just-
here to Mantol-Derith have other
You
homes,
just
other
agreed.
masters, and
You just agreed to attack the Sniffleblims, right?
so
And you're letting a Sniffleblin get away.
he's not from the Enclave. He's an outsider.
Do you know if these two have an alliance, anything? This could turn sour.
You really don't know how things work around here, do you?
Not really here, no. I'm from the good places.
Just let him
Well,
go.
I start to
Yeah,
walk
sure
away
is.
and pull
By the way,
assassin
can
with
I?
me.
By the way, can I have this assassin?
No.
Lily just looks at you. Shh. And she looks back at at the chief guy, Sirak.
He goes, not my problem.
Well, isn't she your former ally?
That's why she's no longer my problem. Former.
Okay,
Now it's
right.
Tyrell's
Good,
problem.
good. Thank you very much.
I hope
Tyrell.
the Durgars cut her to pieces.
Garn decides to send his guard after the
Tyrell. Tyrell,
Uh,
I
to
need this
report
young
where
lady.
this home and who this master is.
Yeah, sure. The people go like, yeah, sure, come along. So, where are you from?
And
Really? Oh, and you have slaves Interesting. Interesting.
About the slave.
Tyrell, I need this young lady.
So, but you guys are going to the back to the Durgars with Silch and the assassin.
Yes.
I guess so.
What we are? Oh my goodness.
Alright. Does anybody search the assassin?
Yeah. I guess Turiel and me are searching the assassin.
When we are away from the others, I do, but not in
Yeah,
front
we
of
just
everyone.
walk out. We're walking out the tent. Checking her. Frisking her.
After all, I got to tie her up and weapons and.
Turiel, do you need
Sure.
this? Do you need this young lady?
In a way, yes.
In what way?
Oh, so
If it's
many.
in,
The
Yeah,
reason
if it-
the reason I asked is because when you search her, you discover that she has the gem.
Oh, well then I take
oh,
them.
oh, good. If you get the gem, I get the girl.
How
she
the
signed
gem has gotten from Yantha to the Tiefling assassin is a mystery. But as you take the gem from her, it becomes clear that this message that she got from the gargoyle, so apparently the gargoyle had the gem because the gargoyle has given her the gem, and this gem has given her the message that she could redeem herself by assassinating the beholder.
Hey! Long live the gem. Well, sure, you can have her as soon as you sign the contract.
Oh, that's so clever. Lily just figured it out.
As soon as he
That's also why I'm
signed my
extending this a
contract,
little bit,
you
because I think we're finishing this off now. And then we'll start a new episode next week.
Lilith,
But,
know what's going on.
I want Tyrell to roll a check, saving throw.
saving throw. What kind of saving throw?
Yeah, that's a good question.
exploding?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. 20.
All right. As you take the gem, like I said, it becomes clear that this gem is the one that has relayed the message to the assassin that the assassin should kill the beholder, because when you hold it, you can sense this this presence that whispers to you, and apparently it has caused a lot of strife. What it did to the dwarf is unknown, but it becomes clear to you that when the Swiftnoblin Yantha held the gemstone, then the archdevil within it, Dante, convinced her to lie, to keep the gemstone, to keep it away from the Durgars, which incited this whole civil war in Mantol-Derith. How the gemstone then ended in the gargoyle's hand is a mystery, but the gargoyle then, apparently, you're guessing, was told to deliver the gemstone to the assassin, and the gemstone has convinced the assassin to assassinate the beholder, which would start a conflict between the tieflings and the humans. And then you would have tieflings and humans fighting, the Durgars and the Swiftnoblins fighting, and the archdevil all happy.
Yay!
It was gonna be a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
That's the whole fucking point.
And as you stand with the gemstone, you recognize that you've seen something like this before, and you also have a certain you know what you're doing, so you resist the powers within this stone, and quickly put it away so that you can bring it back to the other archdevils in order to release Dante, who is trapped within the stone. But And we'll take the rest out of game. The rest of this whole place in Mantol-Derith. But there's one last thing. A decision that I need you all to make now. Because as you stand with the stone, it dawns on you that you actually have a choice. You could bring it back and release Dante. Or you could destroy it and throw Dante back to Avernus, making it impossible for him to emerge here. And if you did that, there would be an Archdevil missing. There would be a free spot amongst the Archdevils, one that a powerful being might be able to take. You might even be able to get rid of some of the other Archangels and take all of the positions, if that's something you would want. So do you keep the gem, and give it back to the Archdevils, or do you destroy it and banish Dante back to hell?
Um,
And it's a group decision.
Fair enough. I know my choice is easy, so to me it's keep the zone.
To do what?
To release
To
Dante into the world.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, Lilith's gonna back that up.
Go on.
I'm pretty sure.
Garn is more for destroying.
Torpo?
A position. Yeah.
I think it's shiny but destroyed.
And Harmony?
Well, can't we just keep it and not release him back into the world?
That's not a part of the quest. I guess we can, but that's
It's not a bad suggestion. We do have a lot of you who are thinking about destroying it, a lot of you who are thinking about bringing it back. But maybe this is a more of a question of let's keep the stone secret and
We
hidden.
can bring it back, destroy it.
Always, make this decision later.
just listen to this. This is a really, really good argumentation for why you should not just keep it. It's really, really dangerous to running around with the archdemon inside of a stone.
It's not a demon, it's a devil.
It's even worse than.
It's a bacteria. No, devils are
So
much better
basically-
than demons. Demons are worse.
Demons are chaotic. You can't trust a demon.
No, but you can't trust the.
But can we
devil,
all
and
agree
if
then
you
that
could-
that you keep it and you keep it secret, and then you can always
Yeah,
make this
but-
decision at another
Yeah,
time?
and then someone finds out, and then we have a really, really pissed off archdevil.
But
And he's got like a lot of friends who are like not so cool and kind of the people we're working for.
yeah. So if you go against them now, that would be just stupid.
Yes, exactly. And they were like really, really, really lawful and they would hate them.
But
It's a-
don't you
it's a
want the
really-
power that Dante has?
You can get that other ways than just killing him.
But all the archangel positions is already.
For now. But there's other ways of removing than we actually killing him, because that might piss off some
It
really
would
powerful
look-
people.
We're going to stop here, so you are free to discuss it on Discord and out of game, and then we'll see how this evolves. And like I said, the rest of what happens in Mantol-Derith is something we're going to take out of game, because next week we are going to start episode 5. So thanks for the game,
Yeah. Thank you a
and
lot.
see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.